Tonight we see two races determine the qualifying order of the season opener in Season 3 of the FORL Cup Series season. Things are getting intense, and as it's always been in FORL fashion, we're just getting better and better. Great to have you with me tonight. My name is David Kreutz, and I'll be joining you alongside the journey live on FTN. Of course, great to have you as always as we see qualifying underway for the BMAN Design Duels here in Daytona International Speedway. The number 41 Noah Taylor's on your screen now, and we're working through some stuff behind the scenes. Great to have you. We just got this one going, and qualifying only has 7 minutes and 13 seconds before we get on the move. There are over 40 drivers here to make their claim at the pole position, and we will be following each and every one of them, and it's going to be a great show to watch through and throughout. The 41 Noah Taylor, one of your many debut new faces. Your champions have returned, your championship contenders, they're all back, and we're back with them. And as it stands, your defending Daytona winner of Andrew Cootie holds the top spot here in qualifying. The way it's going to work out, we're going to have two, I believe, 20-car races. We've got over 35 drivers with times already, and it looks like now 37 going back to Tristan Rivers in the number 89. Things are getting real tight here. The field only spread out by 1 full second over nearly 40 drivers, and more have times to set. Dustin Pickle in the number 21 machine up high, getting his tires a bit more warmed up. He still has a lot of time before he makes his qualifying lap. He'll continue to work on the adjustments in the CCH Motorsports machine before he gets on his way. Dustin Pickle comes now to the start-finish line. Here we go again, and while the virtual fans might not be with us tonight, it's only an exhibition event. We've got two more coming at you, and of course, Duel 1, Duel 2, and then the Clash before the season really gets on its way. So with that said, Dustin Pickle up high as his teammate Bryce Hamrick makes it around to the line for the first time. Hamrick in the number 94 machine for CCH jumps up to 31st on his first lap. He's getting it started right now, looking real good in his number 94, a very consistent driver last season, but he's looking to break through for the first victory in his FORL career. He's gotten as high as the third position before, a podium finish, the best he's had in his career so far, but looking to break past the bridesmaid barrier and eventually find himself a winner in this season. We'll find out about him as we see the number 24. River Page is also on his way. River Page for Miata Gang Designs, the independent driver, looking real good right now in the 24 machine as he looks to settle a score banned last season, and even the owner admitted there wasn't much to say about that incident on his behalf. He just found himself on the short end of the stick, and he is now back for the season number 3. He's here to make amends and find himself a contender for the championship as we see Joey Stone now on pit road with Kenny Reel on the move in the number 11 machine. We've seen him quite a lot last season, a very solid driver. He's looking to break past the solid barrier and become a great driver in his own right as we now have a total of 41 timed laps and many new faces right now. Bryce Hamrick jumps up into 18th. Look at this field. We've got your defending champion in Max Molina in this one. Guys like James Thurston and, of course, the teammate of Max Molina in, well, Sean Rhodes, number 99. They're both here today. And we got drivers returning for the first time in a long time. Cooper Glick, Keegan Doherty, Xander Prestige, Joe Reinhardt, the Season 1 winner. All the faces return for one big clash. It's going to be Otter Cat in chat saying, let's get it. Well, we are sure to get it with 260 lap events. That's about 150 miles in length each way around, so these drivers have an awful lot of time to get situated in this race. They've got 2 opportunities to get it done, and right now Andrew Cootie looks to lead duel number 1. Qualifying will be a bit different than normal. If you get the fastest time, you'll put in the first duel, but if you're putting the second fastest time, you'll be in the second duel. The inside line of your normal qualifying goes to duel 1, and it's going to be the outside line of your normal qualifying going to the second duel. Michael Deitch in chat, we've got substitute drivers going in as well. The number 57 tonight is going to be piloted by James Hartley. Right now, Hartley going to find himself on the timing and scoring board in the thick of it as Kenny Reel puts it up into the 25th spot. Many drivers making one and dones as substitutions. Now it looks like it's going to be done for Kenny Reel on to Joey Stone. Joey Stone, an iRacing content creator here tonight, and he's looking to create some good content by winning for AncientWorlds.gg. He's got his team representing him, and he's looking to put together a good effort on his end. Nobody else to go with tonight. The rookie Stripes, he's brand new. They'll have to work with him for the first time and see whether or not is worth trusting at the Daytona International Speedway. Trust is a big factor, and if you lose it, well, it's going to be very hard to keep it. It's going to be the number 48 machine, Hunter Bogdan in chat. Bogdan, a brand new team. You saw him last season, number 48 machine. Well, it looks like now for Team B-Man, things are a changing. The B-Man team, the 00 and the 01, they're here to stay, and they sponsor tonight's event. Braxton Whitaker, as always, incredible designer and a friend of ours at FTN. I love to see the support that he's put out for FORL tonight. He's put out a big help, and we've gotten over 40 drivers so far, as it's going to be Joey Stone coming down the line this time through. He's 45th in the moment of the board. Now he'll jump up into position number 11. 11th spot for Joey Stone on debut, looking good with one car speed. We'll find out whether or not he's a hot lap hero. Kyle Freeman, your season 1 champion's now here, and he's all ready to get going once more. Down to the inside line, Kyle Freeman takes in number 29, and he's going to go at it once again. Season 2, not the championship defense he wanted, but now might be able to bring a little more to the table. Freeman locks it up, locks it down, and that will be it for his run. We've seen 45 drivers go. We have one more driver, and Alexander Balderas looking to put down a time, meaning our qualifying lineup is all but decided. So let's go through it in the only way we know how, our starting grid on FTN, and we'll walk you through the intricate process of the duels. The virtual stands might be empty, but tonight it's all about the fans in the stream. Live on FTN, some new faces. We've seen some new subscribers already, and some returning faces. We love to have each and every one of you here on this channel, and with so little time before the season kicks off, 1 week's time, figured it'd be best to introduce all these drivers before the first duel begins. So without further ado, let's get right into that. And without further ado, here are your starting grids for the BMAN Design Duels, both the first and the second. Let's get right into it. The top spot, it'll be in duel number 1, Andrew Cootie, pole position, 49.629 for your season 2 Daytona winner. Right beside him, going to be Dustin Pickle in the 21 machine. Second spot, he'll be pole position on the second duels grid, 49.632. Second in duel 2, going to be Chance Parker in the 42, 49.633 there, and it's going to be second in duel 2, Justin Mons. First duel's top 5 goes as follows: Andrew Cootie, Chance Parker, Ross Corlett in third, Alex Jones in the 4th spot, and James Thurston in 5th. It's going to be Cash Cope and Chad Ashton G. Thank you all for stopping by. Top 5 from your second duel: Dustin Pickle, pole position with Justin Mons in second, Jacob Wilkerson's going to be 3rd spot. It's going to be then James Beaumont 4th, and Gavin Austin in 5th. Let's go to the next row. Joey Stone finds himself 6th in duel number 1. Going to be right beside him Thomas Johnson in the 48, a new face in that car, with Sean Rowe in the 8th spot, Mason Moriarty in 9th, and then Noah Taylor in the 10th position to round out that top 10 in duel number 1. Duel 2 sees Zach Condriff, Daniel Krim, Anthony Trippi, Jason Beckman, and Bryce Hamrick. That's your top 20 overall, and those are your top 10s for both duels. Let's get a bit quicker here. 11th in the duel 1, it's going to be Max Molina, your season 3 champion. He comes off a successful run in season 2. Then it's going to be 12th, Lander Taro, Joseph Lewis 13th, Cody Giles in 14th, and Cooper Blake in 15th. Same goes for Ethan Workman in the second duel 11th. Then River Page, Kenny Reel, Henry Calhoff, and Matthew Browder. It's going to be a lightning round from here. Ethan Duel, you're going to be 16th through 1 with Kyle Freeman behind him. Then Cash Culp, Harlan Hogan, and Caleb McKinney. And then outside for the 16th spot in duel 2, going to be Keegan Doherty, Xander Prestige, Joe Reinhardt, Connor Asbell, and Tristan Rivers. Rounding this field off, going to be Brandon Rissmiller, 21st in duel 1, with 22nd being Duncan O'Connor, and 23rd being Hunter Bogdan with a 49.936 for the 00. Brand new team, brand new outfit for the man who rounds out duel 1. Duel number 2, going to see Dylan Boss in the 42nd spot, then James Hartley in 44th overall. That's going to be 21st and 22nd respectively, with Alexander Balderas rounding out duel 2, and that will be your starting grids for the BMAN Designs Duels at Daytona. With that being said, we're all but ready to get this thing going. My oh my, everyone's on their feet. The drivers of duel number 1 are on your screen, and we'll get ready to show you all the racing in a few moments time. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. This season has had all the anticipation and all the hype from the drivers when we left off at Phoenix Raceway in March. When Max Molina got that coveted championship victory, we knew the best was still yet to come for FORL. Tonight we get to see what the future brings, and many great drivers coming straight our way. And for the first time, we see many brand new faces. Some returning, some legends of the league already, and some looking to make a name. 60 laps for your first duel with Andrew Cootie leading them off in style. Let's go racing in 1 lap's time. The pace lap will give us all we need to get going from here on out. Andrew Cootie finds himself in the first spot with the number 42, Chance Parker, there in second. Ross Corlett going to be in third with Alex Jones in fourth, and then James Thurston in fifth. Another rundown because it is a bit of a tricky one to follow. Even I'll admit it, when you go through these heats, they're all separated by the inside line and the outside line. So the guys on the inside line make it to the first duel, which means automatically they are eligible to compete for the pole position. It's a bit of a luck of the draw type situation. It's a little unfair, I'd say, even to say that the second place man in the hot laps doesn't get a chance to fight for pole. But it's all well when it comes down to Daytona, a 250-mile race there. You'll have 100 laps to battle for the top spot, and I think by that point, qualifying will be out the picture by the halfway mark. Tonight, these guys don't want to be halfway heroes. They want to make it down to the checkered flag on their own. Joaquin Stewart is going to be your admin for tonight's event in Duel 1, and it's going to be Zach Milano there for Duel 2. They'll be working together overall, nonetheless. And the number 9 machine, it looks like a brand new wrap on there that's not all too overshadowed by the wrap that was there before. From the Rod Carr number 9 machine to the Napa Know-How number 9, Chase Elliott might be gone for the Cup Series for a little while, but it's Andrew Cootie here to stay, a contender in FORL. He had a part-time campaign last season, but he tore up the field, almost won 3 races in a row, won the season opener at Daytona, then got it done the Circuit of the Americas, but the season fell apart from there. He's looking for redemption, a resurrection of sorts for his championship opportunities, and tonight he'd love to get it all started on the hot foot as the iRacing official pace car dives them in this time by 60 laps, 1 winner and 1 pole sitter. Let's find out who gets it done as the pace car dives in and the green flag flies for the first time at Daytona in season number 3. Welcome back, welcome. Here it is, FORL, and we're going green in the BMAN Design Duels. And wrecking already and wrecking big. There are going to be multiple cars in the back of the field going around. Yellow flag will fall for the first time in lap number 1. And we've got drivers already destroyed. No fast repairs. Leandro Taro and Ethan Doeldi caught up big. My oh my. Let's find out just what happened. Big hit for Ethan Doeldi there. Instant replay. And let's get it really quick here. Doeldi already finding himself in the back bumper of the 0-2. Michael Deitch's replacement gets hit, tapped up the wall. That catches the 0-2 and Doeldi. Leandro Taro gonna get caught up. Duncan O'Connor, already a retiree. And O'Connor found himself at the short end of the stick. James Thurston barely gets by. Bogdan does as well. Harlan Hogan now comes down to pit road. This race, not 500 miles. The main event will be 250. Tonight, you'll see 300 miles of racing split between 2 150-mile events. So it's going to be Harlan Hogan down and in just like that. Now we got guys on pit road as we set it right back live. You can see the 57 wheels himself in and makes it just like that. Having a bit of trouble to make it in, as well as Cash Cope is now in getting service. Looks like Ethan Doeldi is on his way on the track. Back up in front, the 42 Chance Parker takes the lead, but not all too much just yet. A lot of time for these guys to get through. I think that they know that as well, so simply not going to worry all too much about what is expected to happen. Just going to run this race to the fullest and try not to worry about the predictions. Duncan O'Connor looks to be having some internet issues in the back of the field, number 9, so how that plays out. 2 laps in, it's the 42 of Chance Parker leading the way. He took a chance, and now he finds himself up in front. And then it's Andrew Cootie in position number 2. Alex Jones situates himself in a third spot with Ross Corlett in fourth, and then Joey Stone inside the top 5. Joey Stone has made his way up there, and he's made his way up there pretty well. Started 6th in this duel, but now finds himself even one spot ahead of that marker. Nice improvement already. Could be a good driver to stick around with in the entirety of this championship tour. Looking to make a good first impression, but so is Chance Parker. Parker, one of the guys who came in off a recruitment race in the offseason, and it looks like he might have what it takes to run with the best. Andrew Cootie, Alex Jones, Ross Corlett, they're the middle of the top 5 sandwich. They're all returning drivers. 1st and 5th, they are not. We've got rookies up in front here at Daytona right now. No retirees. Duncan O'Connor struggling massively on pit road, both between the incident and some internet issues. We'll see how long he holds on. Once again, back on pit road. It looks like back off. Leandro Tower on the 0-2 machine is on the way. He'll be reflected as the number 32 on timing and scoring. Looks like he joined in just a bit too late to have a custom number. Ethan DeWeldy in the number 15. That's on the pedal as well. Looking to put it loud here in that number 15 machine for spoiler diecast. The Chevy Camaro rolls off quite well. He'll be back on his way. So is Cooper Glick in the 0-5 for SKS Motorsports. Harlan Hogan right in front, and Ben Cash Cope there as well. Now, Harlan Hogan, we mentioned that we were going to see some replacement drivers. This is one of which. The Hendrick Cars 57, as you might know as a returning viewer, is most often piloted by Michael Deitch. Now, Deitch in the chat room tonight, not in the cockpit. He's going to have to give up his opportunity to get into this race to another driver. He'll have another driver pilot that machine. He has to get past the top 20 to be surely locked in. We did not anticipate seeing so many drivers. There's more than 43, so some will go home. Right now, Duncan O'Connor and Cooper Glick are in the hot seat. Go home from this race. Chance Parker, though, he's looking good so far. He'll make it back to the start-finish line without much to complain about. The 42 leads the way. Andrew there in second. And it looks like that is actually going to be James Hogan. Timing and scoring reflecting him with a different name. Harlan Hogan on our end is James Hogan. Good to know. Michael Deitch will keep that in mind. Looking up front, Max Molina, your Season 2 champion, right there in touching distance. The 45 machine finds himself just outside the top 5. He's looking to break in a big way. 4 laps in, first yellow flag. Hopefully this time around we do get some green flag racing. Pick back off where we left off. Of course, we picked off a great race in Phoenix, and it was a fantastic, phenomenal, shall we say, championship battle. Teammates, independent drivers like Thurston, and the underdog of Dustin Pickle throw a wrench in the equation. The choose rule is being put into effect. They go by the cone. It will be the 42 down, the 9 machine up. Now they come back into effect. Double file, mixing and matching. Looks like every driver's back in the pack here. Dave for Joaquin Stewart. Stewart is not racing. He'll be race control. And we good to go. Andrew Cootie finds himself in first. Going to be Chance Parker in second. And the rest of the field continues to follow. Let's get into it once again. 4 laps through the BMAN Design Duels. Got a ways to go. Mind you, this first duel can't go on forever. There's going to be a time limit that shuts this one down regardless. We'll keep an eye on how long the timer is set for. It goes off, duel will begin. Don't seem to be in jeopardy of mixing, matching anything up with that time limit yet. Go long, have more yellows than we'd like. Be in trouble. Let's get to it though. This time by the number 42 machine finds himself up in front. Green flag will be falling for both the 42 and the 9, just in swap positions for the first restart of the duels. Let's get to it once again. It's going to be Chance Parker up in front, and the green flag falls for the first time under restart conditions in Season 3. Let's go racing once again. And well, I'm sure you can tell I'm excited. Let's get this thing on a groove. 60 laps. This is not the main event, not for points. I love to see these guys begin to log some laps. That might be the best way to do it right now. Duncan O'Connor off the track according to our timing and scoring intervals. He's been off for about 10 seconds. He comes back in. The admins might have to talk to him about that. It's getting a bit worse. 42 machine out in front, finds himself there in the top spot. He's got Joey Stone pushing hard and pushing deep. The number 8 machine pushing to wit's end, and he's going to make it all the way back to the start-finish line with a head full of steam. Momentum is proving to be the big beneficiary for Joey Stone's line and Chance Parker. Parker does not lead that lap. We're already having multiple cars spinning once again. Bogdan down and in. 2 cars go around. It's Cass Colt there as well. No yellow flag flies. They go through the grass. They are good to keep on going. They're far out of the pack. We've only got 19 guys even close to the pack now, but very few that have fallen behind are falling even further. The draft will begin to play into effect, and with 6 laps through already, guys might begin to strategize just like that. It's very early in the going, of course, but you don't want to waste more laps than this. No fast repairs. Yellow flags may be abundant. Haven't been so far. 1 yellow flag, and now that these guys are thinning out the pack, they could go a bit of a longer distance. Coming to the start-finish line, once again, Andrew Cootie gets that lap, and he finds himself up in front for the pole position. That's what these guys are racing for. Track position. Getting a good hot lap, it does help you, that's for certain. But at the same time, you work your way through as a racer, you don't want to do it in event. Jackhammer JT saying, I've got a feeling someone's going to wreck, and you know, we've already seen it. Number 9 machine did pretty well so far, but there's many guys shaking it up. Our pack, it's going to be not Brandon Rismiller. Heat in front of it, it's Alder Taro and Alex Jones. Jones in the Jean number 045 machine right on the back bumper of the 32. However, the rest of the field stays intact, and we've got a big wreck. My oh my, Thurston around. Multiple cars are spinning, and there's multiple cars coming into the situation. It's going to be the 91 machine around. James Thurston around as well. Brandon Rismiller, and we see a yellow flag just like that. And I think, Jackhammer, you got it right on the money. My oh my. Yellow flag falls once again. Let's get an FTN or instant replay and find out what happened. Now, James Thurston in the middle of this mix. Once again, he finds himself messing it up. With Joey Stone right in front. No, the 91 came right up there. That's going to be Corlett. 96 gets tapped, and there's going to be another wreck again. 48 machine goes around. Multiple cars tap. James Thurston gets a very bad end of it. We are seeing ourselves in quite a messy situation. The 75 finds himself out of the groove indeed, and the 91 for Rodcar finds himself in a bad situation, spinning it out. Looks like practicing some burnouts, but bad news nonetheless. Now, Kenny Real, it's interesting you mentioned that. Originally, these duels were apparently scheduled to be 30 laps apiece. They've been doubled up, though, 150 miles to each duel. We've now seen 2 yellows. Maybe that's the way this thing's gonna go. How about that? 2 yellow flags, big time hit for some contenders. Ross Corlett, a playoff driver last season, involved with the number 4 machine of James Thurston. Number 4, he's still in 9th here, but he's got some damage. We'll see how much it is, and we'll see if he comes down to pit road this time by. Justin Mons in chat as well. Great to have you aboard. I mean, I tell you what, these guys, bit of a tight situation already. 1 driver retired. That's going to be Duncan O'Connor. Caleb McKinney right there. They are on their way. Ross Colette finds himself down at pit road, and Caleb McKinney with the worst of the damage so far. 9 laps through, and he's got a destroyed machine. How about that? And Bryce Hamrick in chat as well. Got a lot of drivers voicing their feedback now. These are the Duel 2 guys, so you guys get a bit of a better perspective in watching all unfold. You're the guys in the second duel. These guys take the fall, so learning from the best of them, and sometimes when the better of it gets them. Caleb McKinney down pit road, he got it all repaired, and it looks like that is the case. Infinite repairs, they're all back on their way. Re-rack them, re-stack them. 60 laps, and now see everyone back on their way. Infinite opportunity to keep on going at it, and the number 9 machine of Andrew Cootie might be the man that benefits the most. He get going nice and up there in the number 9 machine. Andrew getting Mason Moriarty, James Parker, Cody Giles, Taylor, then Doeldi. And with all this being said, we've still got more than 50 laps remaining. The aggression is already high. How much higher can it go? These drivers answer that question. Great to have y'all stopping by. We're just getting started. Duel number 1 on its way. Andrew Cootie does lead. Now Mason Moriarty works his way up to second. How about that? Now, Justin Mons, when it comes to refreshing trading paints, we do that every broadcast. However, if you want, we can take a look at that right now and see what is going on. Give us just a second. We'll refresh trading paints once again and take a look at what's going on. We usually do it before every broadcast we have, so we'll take care of that right now. Looks like have, and we're still already yellow, you have not missed a thing. Let's refresh these paints and get them back on their way as the number 9 machine of Andrew Cootie finds himself still there in first. Moriarty second, Chance Parker's third, and Cody Giles is fourth. Giles, one of the new guys in this mix. The rookie stripes will tell it all. We've got a few good rookies up front already. Third, fourth, fifth, all brand new drivers to this in mind. We've got some brand new guys looking to show what they're made of, and right now they're doing a pretty good job of it. 10 laps through, double digits, we've hit them. Still have 22 drivers on the lead lap. Going back to Lander Taro, down on pit road once again. Joey Stone now passing them all. He'll be in 20th as they come down the line to make it one lap to green. Who's rule in effect this time by? Have them going again. First, Mason Moriarty second, and Chance Parker third. Now, with all these unknowns in mind, we've got a lot of drivers an eye on. There's a lot of guys even I don't know. Most of these guys I've seen a race before, be it in the Integrity Racing League, being in FORL before, be it in IORA, or any other form of iRacing. Joey Stone, well known outside of these leagues. Now, that being said, it's going to be many drivers going to the grass to go down inside. Logan, this will not be 100 laps for the main event. So the main event's 100 laps, 250 miles. Not going to be a full-length Daytona 500. Going to be half distance, I believe. The main event should be the Daytona 250. That's what I've been informed. Now, we've got two 60-lap duels. That accounts for 300 miles tonight. So you're seeing more racing tonight than you would see on the main event. However, broken up between two pairs of drivers, so a bit different. Different experience, a bit different when it comes to the stakes. Drivers' paints are refreshing, as you can see right now, but Andrew Cooper, nonetheless, an I machine finds himself with a Chase Elliott machine, even though we did refresh it, so if that's a mistake on his end, we've seen him run many paint schemes time and time before. Even ran a Jeff Gordon paint scheme middle of the season because he came back from an IDK player and our Night in America race. He just wanted to keep on driving the doubleheader. Has done it before, and he might do it again, but that's later this season. We're focusing on the now, and the now begins once again at the start-finish line. Mason Moriarty going to be down low. It's going to be Andrew Cootie up top. Let's go racing once again. Second restart under effect. Andrew Cootie leads the way once more. 11 laps in out of 60. We keep it going and keep it going strong. Mason Moriarty going to be there in the 5th spot. Slots right back in. He's looking good to do it once more. He'll fall right behind the number 96 of James Thurston. Now be the 4 on your screen in timing and scoring. Alex Jones going to be 6th spot overall. And Thomas Johnson returns to the top 10. Single file. Top 7 guys, but they're spreading out big, and they're going to be almost 4 wide for a moment. They were close to the Yellow and Noah Taylor right there. That could have gone much, much worse. Thankfully, for their sake, it did not. The leaders are trying to break away. They're trying to get a good green flag running. The rest of the field is not having it. They will keep on fighting until the job is done. It's far from done right now, and they know it. On fighting. The race ends, and right now it's going to be Rismo on the wall. We got another one going right around. Do they save it? It looks like going on the wall, and they will not. Joey Stone involved, and we might have another yellow flag. Joey Stone gets destroyed and pummeled out of the leading pack. 12 laps in, no caution. Gonna fly and not do it all over again. Stay green. Let's get an instant replay, find out what happened. Looking back on the replay, Joey Stone right there in the mix. Let's get a bit of a drone shot here and find out from a different angle. Stone up high, and he was there at number 8. He had Ethan DeWeldy right down low on him, and the 57 there on your end. Got into the wall, got Riz Miller, and then that number 8 went around. That's Joey Stone who finds himself in the wall, and if you look back live, still going, but he's 17 seconds off of your leaders. Back line, Joey Stone on his way, but Andrew Cootie sees another wreck in the back of the field. Oh boy, another one that's going to be Cooper Glick. This time around, Glick goes for a spin, and we just caught one wreck. Gonna have to catch another instant replay on the matter. Another incident involving another driver. Cooper Glick this time around was affected. Let's take a quick look back. The 05 of Glick found himself with Sean Rowe. Goes to show nobody is safe from a wreck. These duels are going to be pretty wreck heavy. No fast repair. It's infinite fast repairs. Every time you go down a pit road, you'll get your damage fixed up. And it looks like it was the 48 who went around. And then they blink out a moment. And then Cooper Glick comes right back up. Bad news for the 05 of James Thurston. It's the way. Sending it back up to the live feed. They're still going strong. Glick way back in the back. James Thurston up in front without hesitation. Inside line now is formed up big, and the rest of the pack is not battling. I think they've come to their senses now. They just want to race until lap 60 with so many immediate yellow flags and then another few incidents to go with it. No reason to keep on wasting your equipment and your time. Let's get a good run in now and get to that checkered flag in one piece. 14 laps in, James Thurston leads the way. He's got the Mesa Moriarty machine right behind him. We've seen these two work together and work together well. They've known each other for quite some time, working in the IORA League and our Night in America drivers at one point, and now here at FORL, they're back. They're back with a vengeance. Mason Moriarty making his first start since Charlotte of last season and looking to put together a more complete run in the schedule. Got stopped midway through, so did River Page. They're both back this season, looking winners once again. They are no strangers to victory lane in SuperSpeedways. Perhaps Mason Moriarty's most iconic victory in iRacing period was his $1,000 victory in the IDK Player NWP 400, the inaugural running in 2021. He won it by just a few tenths of a second, $1,000 richer after the end of 400 miles. Up top, Mason Moriarty going to take James Thurston right there with him. Inside line still stacked. Outside finds very few drivers. It's got Andrew Cootie with Max Molina. Now down low, Sean Rowe up high, and we'll go double file once again. We've got a group of savvy veterans up in front now. Many of these guys have been in this league for at least a season. Sean Rowe going to be able to split Mason middle. Now Duel, he falls off the pace. He'll go down to the apron and recollect himself. A few rookies in the back of this one, like Cody Giles, Alex Jones in his first full-time season, but the majority of the field up in front is used to this series. Sean Rowe goes for a bit of a slide. He'll keep it down low, keep the lead. Andrew finds himself up top. It's going to be a big wiggle for Caleb McKinney, and now Caleb's going to find himself down low. McKinney has to keep it on the apron. Trying to merge back up, does not succeed. One around Alex Jones. Alex Jones up on the wall. Will he save it? It looks like he does. Phenomenal job at saving it, and we will keep it green because of that. My, oh my, Alex Jones, before we could even get it out of our mouth, saved it, and the jaw machine kept it close lipped. Good effort there for the 045. He's still in 11th here. He'll have a shot if they have a yellow, but now the field is even thinner. Less than 10 drivers in the lead pack, and it is getting smaller each and every time around. So many changes already. These drivers are being able to really run the clock out when it comes to their performance. They want to get to this checkered flag and get there quick. They've even disposed of a few drivers, and now 17 laps through, a big slide down low. The number 9 machine of Andrew takes it in once again. Pedal to the metal. He'll go up high and try to get a bit of a slingshot going. We'll see if that works out for him. It looks like right now, maybe it isn't, but he has an opportunity to make it happen later on. Back in once again. Get himself a grip a bit more as they come off the backstretch for another run. Backstretch battling, 18 laps in out of a total of 60. We're almost a third of the way through duel number 1, and after a rocky start, now these drivers are beginning to log laps, which is a textbook example of what you should do in a situation like this. It might not be the most exciting for viewers, but I think at this point, it might be the best way to get all the racing in. You don't want to spare a lap if you're a driver in each and every one of these cars, whether you're in a Toyota, a Ford, or a Chevy, a team driver, or an independent. This qualifying session could be make or break for momentum. We've seen the season opener be the very big deciding factor in the championship before. Drivers who did well there did well all season. Andrew Tate, for instance, he won last season at Daytona. It was a nail-biter between himself and his teammate in Dustin Pickle, but when he got that win, he went on a tear. And for the first half of the season, he was the best driver in the league, bar none, and I think he's got the potential to do it once again. For the Rod Car number 9 operation, it is Andrew Cootie, who finds himself now in 6th, but he's charging big, and on that outside line, it looks like momentum is being made. They've got Cody Giles leading it right now. It's going to be a rookie in front of the veterans and Max Molina, and Andrew Cootie, your Season 2 champion, pushing on the second lane, trying to make something work. Make it lap number 20. We've got a ways to go, but now they're settling in and settling well. Two cars back, it's a little further back, and it looks like it's going to be a bit more, including Harlan Hogan, Lander Tauro as well, and Cash Culp dropping in and dropping out. He's on his own play of existence. It looks like Joey Stone. Joey Stone now going to be lapped down as they come across the backstretch. Stone is in trouble. Sean Rowe is due to put him one down. 20 laps in. Hopefully, this is not indicative of the performance that Joey Stone will have as the season goes on. It was looking good. Oh my goodness, the entire field goes around. It's a big hit, and the yellow flag falls before they even got to Joey Stone. Yellow flag, lap 20, and now we're in big trouble. This is the third yellow, and this might be the biggest wreck yet. Thurston's destroyed. His motor's gone. Let's find out what happened. I can't believe this one. Infinite fast repairs. No consequences for these drivers in that sense. Thurston right down low. Let's get a slow-mo perspective on this one. James was there. Cody Giles got a bit of a push down. Able to handle it at least for a moment. Does not look like it played out well. You can see just like that. Giles got shot down by Max Molina. That takes James Thurston. Joey Stone stays on the lead lap because of this. Andrew Cootie involved as well. The back bumper goes twirling off the 96. At that hit, my oh my. James Thurston, for Good Smile Racing, not having a good time, limps down to the bottom. It looks like a blow motor for Cody Giles. I don't even know if he made it down to pit road. Big wreck, the biggest so far, and we are back to pit road for drivers like Thurston, drivers like Rismiller, who now finds himself one lap down. Cody Giles on pit road, now back on his way. No fast repair limit, and every driver gets a free chance at redemption, no matter the circumstance. So the 99 of Sean Rowe is scored as your leader, and that he is. Mason Moriarty's in second, with Chance Parker in third. Come down to pit road this time by. The move is indeed to make a stop. So down low, Sean Rowe goes. He'll take Mason with him and take Chance Parker as well. Make it a 1-2-3 punch out with Chance Parker there. Then Noah Taylor finds himself on the track. He'll be following the number 15 and a big checkup there from Hunter Bogdan as your top two guys now in position. Bogdan going to be in second to Ethan DeWeldy up in front. The race on pit road, though the biggest we've seen so far. Pit entry looks to be occupied until now. Andrew Cootie doesn't get on his way first. We'll find out. Not going to win that pit race off pit road, it appears. Looks like it will. James Thurston beating him off, but only just. Then Mason Moriarty going to be there with the 42 of Alex Parker, and well, it's going to be Alex Jones and Chance Parker. Dylan McKinney's in 11th. Andrew Cootie's going to be in 12th. Joseph Lewis 13th. Going to be actually Thomas Johnson 14th. Cash Culp rounding out your top 15. And DeWeldy finds himself up in front in the first spot. So even though we got caught up in an incident very early on, 22 laps in, it is the number 15 who leads the way during the BMAN Design Duels first duel of the season. Duels, they're going to be 60 laps apiece. First one has been hectic. 22 laps in already. We have seen our fair share of intense racing. Some of it's been good. Some of it has been bad. And of course, we've seen a bit of the ugly. The wrecks have been quite catastrophic. But good turnaround. Drivers just got to get a bit more of a grip here. We get going once again for restart number 3. The field is in procession once again. And we should be getting the 1 green signal this time by, if not the next. The outside line begins to form. Going to be Max Molina up high. Sean Rowe in second. And the 42 of Chance Parker in third on the high side. And instead, we've seen consequences for progression have not been all too apparent. No fast repair limit. These are the drivers who have a chance to be as aggressive as they want and get no repercussion. They can keep on driving to their limit, find themselves up in front, and not find themselves in a wreck. So good scenario to be in if you're one of these drivers. As 22 laps in, we will come down to the 1 to go mark this time by. And 1 to green it is, and it looks at the drivers right and ready to go once again. We'll take a brief mission just to make sure everything's right under the hood. As 23 laps in is DeWeldy leading this race. Big shift up in front. I tell you what, more is to come. You've just gotten started. However, it might be due time. The reckon come backward. In quite some time, the long term versus the short term, those are the games drivers are playing. And as we return, Daytona International Speedway, the number 15, he wants his say in victory lane. Ethan Duel had a great opportunity last season as a playoff driver, just was not able to capitalize in the end. This could be the season the number 15 bounces back and finds himself in victory lane, or it could be another season of heartbreak, no so close opportunities, just never getting at the checkered flag. Max Molina knows a thing or two about getting it at the checkered flag. Season 2 champion looking to pick it off once again with a hot start. The 45 of Molina with his teammate right behind him, first and second, have an opportunity to go back at it once more and put together a dangerous run up in front. Now, so once again, Kodak Film sponsoring the 99. It is Sharpie, a blue Sharpie marker there for the 45 right in front. Season 2 champion, he is proud of it. He'll look to back it up this season. Got rookies, new faces, and the veterans of old to battle off and fend off one more time. Let's come out of turn number 4 and go back racing. Once again, bit of a blink, midfield, no worry. We're good to go at it one more time. Lap 23, make it 24 next time through, and the green flag will fall. Led by Duel, the Otter Cat rooting for Maximilian, and the green flag will drop this time by the pace cars in. Let's go racing once again, led by Ethan Duel. The restart number 3 is underway. Gets going. Duel has a great start up in front. 4 drivers begin to pull away in first, second, third, and fourth respectively. Maximilian drops down to 5th. Outside line did not go, and it goes to show with how far he almost fell behind. The side draft keeps him honest, a bit lucky, and he'll be able to keep on racing with the front of the field. The best of the best putting him to the test. Right now, he's got them going 3. Molina finds himself blocking Andrew Cootie. Cootie, ever the aggressive driver in situations like this, and he got close to pinching himself out. Once again, Gaming Freak and chat, great to have you aboard. A lot of great drivers here, and many looking to make their mark at that pole position. 25 laps in. Ethan Duel, he occupies the top spot. If he wins this race, which is a dual race, he will have the pole position for the season opening Daytona 50 Underdog Racing Podcast. Brandon Redford, I believe, great to have you aboard. A phenomenal season you were able to put up last time around. Looking to better it, of course, every driver is. And the number 47 last season is going to come back strong once more. Duel, we get it first. Noah Taylor's in second. Cody Giles is going to be in third. And right now, 22 drivers remain, with only 20 on the lead lap, going back to Mason Moriarty in that number 6 with James Thurston way back in the field. It's right now Thomas Johnson in the 18th spot. Harlan Hogan finds himself fighting hard. That's going to be James Hogan, as a matter of fact, with your season 1 champion of Kyle Freeman. 1 champion in the back, 1 champion in the front. Right now, it's the top 4 guys pulling away. They've got a few behind them. Andrew Cootie right there with Sean Rowan. Look who's back in the top 10. Joey Stone has found himself back there for the taking. Joey Stone has not given up just yet, and he goes to show once more that the championship battle might be a part of it if he just keeps on racing with his head. He's one of the guys we've been well anticipating all off-season long, a great force in the iRacing community, and now looking to put up some great runs in the championship. Finds himself running solidly inside the top 10. That will be a top 20 starting spot in the race. Now has to battle some of the best, including Sean Rowe, James Thurston, and Andrew Cootie, to maybe get by where Chance Parker is. Parker and Caleb McKinney right now are the gatekeepers of the first pack, 27 laps through, and it is the number 15 leading. The 41 Noah Taylor finds himself second, Cody Giles in third, Max Molina is fourth, and then Chance Parker is a 5th. Caleb McKinney now going to be 6th there as Andrew Cootie has caught up once again, and it looks like they'll be all able to make something happen. James Thurston takes some 3 that side by. He has 1 down low. That's going to be Joseph Lewis, and he's got Cash Cope there as well. Cash Cope in the 057 goes up high, blocks James Thurston just a bit, and nothing comes of it. But it is going to be the 96, a bit stalled out on his lonesome. Tries to get down there with Brandon Rismiller. Rismiller goes back to the inside line. Got the 91 though of Ross Corlett, and also has 045 of Alex Jones. Big spin. That's the 42. Out on his lonesome, Chance Parker. He saves it. Nobody else involved. That could have been much worse. The 42 is going to be able to keep it going. Just spins off of the apex of the front stretch. We'll keep going once again. Good to see they're still driving, but that could have been a major wreck. Time will go on. 28 laps in, the yellow flag not flying for one driver. It was not a wreck in the back, but we do stay green. 3 drivers now breakaways. It's going to be 3 wide right behind them. James Thurston takes it 3 abreast, and he tries to put him to the test, and he's on the wall. 45's in there, so's Rismiller. Big wreck, and the yellow flag flies once again. Now Bogdan's pulling into the scene. Dilapidated 045. My, oh my. Mason Moriarty way outside of it. The 45 done and done, it looked like. We saw that James Thurston gets a big hit. What a hit that was. Thurston's still going here. And that wreck, perhaps the biggest we've seen yet, and it almost outdoes most recent. Almost outdoes it, I'll tell you what. Let's look back once again. The number 4, James Thurston, plowing the wall there with Molina and Corlett. And then Rismiller goes right down there. And the 045 of Alex Jones is involved. Now, infinite fast repairs. But Max Molina, he's going to need one. Look at that. Alex Jones gets destroyed on the front end. And Molina sees some plate of a car coming off. That looked to be Alex Jones as well. Jones gets the worst of it. That is for certain. Look at that front end. It is destroyed. Then Ross Corlett spins up pit road. 29 laps in, yet another wreck. This has been an incident-packed event so far. Send it right back live. It is James Thurston. And he got by pretty well, despite being plowed inside the wall. So, despite what we saw, might be in good standing to go all the way. It is Ethan Dueldy to stay in first. 29 laps through BMAN Design Duels, far from over, and it looks like Dueldy keeps himself up in front. Noah Taylor is in second, Cody Giles is in third, and then it's going to be Andrew Cootie in fourth. Pit row might become a bit more occupied this time through, and it looks like there are many takers. Almost everyone is a taker. Down low to pit road, Rismiller stays out, so does Johnson. Rest of the field will stay on the track, but simply keep it on pit road. Another race in, another race out. Noah Taylor's on the way, and now the remainder of the field flies by. It looks like only 2 drivers choosing to stay out. Let's watch your pit exit camera. This is going to be a big one. Halfway into this event, green flag flies once again. Pit road might become a bit more important now. As you can see, one man off first. That's going to be Ethan Dueldy, beating off the driver of that number 29 and Kyle Freeman. Then Andrew Cootie, followed by Cash Kolb, Joseph Lewis, Caleb McKinney, then Sean Rowe, and then James Thurston. Following him, going to be the driver just behind him, the number 4 machine, not to be outdone by Hunter Bogdan in 10th, Max Molina 11th, Harlan Hogan 12th, Lander Tauro in 13th, and Joey Stone looking just behind the top 15. Glick gets in 14th, and it looks like Chance Parker is disconnected for the night. That all but forfeits his spot in this event. The Daytona 250, he might not be qualifying for it now. 2 drivers have retired in both the 42 machine and 09. Looks like that will be a bit of a false alarm. The 42 back on the way. Looks like he will keep on going. Chance Parker out of the cockpit for a little while is now back. A bit tricky to tell, but 1 lap to green this time around. 30 laps into the 60. We've got a 30-lap dash to finish this one off. Will be Noah Taylor out in front. He stayed out for a moment's notice, then came in, won the overall race. Cootie's in second. Weldy is in third. Your podium remains the same as we head down the start-finish line. Let's do it all over again, led by Andrew Cootie. It's going to be the number 9 machine out there up in front. Noah Taylor in second, Ethan Weldy in third, and Caleb McKinney in fourth. The green flag will fly for restart number 4. The cross flags wave this time by as well. Halfway into number 1, and we have still found out not all too much. Here's to finding out more. Restart number 4. And with a race-winning picture is still a bit of a mystery. Noah Taylor trying to put his name in the books of history. He finds himself out in front trying to win the first BMAN Design Duel in FORL's entirety of its running. It's always been pure qualifying, then the race, but this season we got so many drivers trying to make it in. We simply can't do that. We'll cut down the field, find out who's fit for it and who is not. There's going to be another one. The 42 machine in trouble way up high. They save it, and Ross Corlett finds himself checking up to make sure the field keeps on going. A valiant effort to keep that one off the wrecker. Joey Stone now down low as he chases down Mason Moriarty. Moriarty going to be there in the 12th spot. Cooper is now in 15th. And the top 15 stay in touching distance of the leader. Noah Taylor going to be right there in the 2nd spot. James Thurston up high. The 4 going to be up there. The 96 machine on the screen. Get this one done. And it's done well. James Thurston up high. Andrew Cootie going to be in 2nd. Noah Taylor's in 3rd. And Sean Rowe is in 4th. 29 laps remaining now, and it looks like Ethan Weldy has a shot to get this one done. Top 5, he's been running very consistent, but we will, if that remains. The sun is setting here at Daytona and setting very quick. When it comes to the weather conditions in this session, they're a bit different than most. In iRacing, you have the option to set how quick you want the sun to set. Well, it's setting at 4 times the speed compared to normal. It will be very quick. The sun will be gone just like that. By the time the second duel begins, it could be dead of night. Andrew Cootie, though, as the sun begins to set, tries to keep himself alive. The swan song of this duel coming into play, and Max Molina now goes down low to steal the lead. He's got multiple cars right behind him, but not enough momentum. The outside line buries them again. Now Sean Rowe right down low, 33 laps given and taken, and we keep this one racing, and we look to have a bit of an issue. We will be right back on FTN trying to find out what's going on. We will return in just a brief moment, as it looks like iRacing giving us a bit of problems. It's all right. We'll be right back. Give us just a moment. 33 laps in, Sean Rowe finds himself out in front. Stick with us. Just figuring things out here at Daytona for the first time. We see these guys go out of the next gens. It's a bit tricky to deal with it, and we will return in just a moment. As we stand 33 laps in, we are still racing here in Daytona, and we will return in just a moment. So if you got any questions, be sure to let us know. We'll be right back. No worry, keep it going. That's what we plan to do live on FTN. That's always how we do it, but we got a bit of trouble. Apologize for the delay, and we will be right back in just a moment. we are all but loaded back in entirely, so no worries, we'll keep the show going, and the race will be right back on your screen in just a moment. As a matter of fact, when you hear the engines roar once again here in Daytona, we'll get right back at it as we get everything set back up once again. Let's go what we were doing once more. Great to have you back at it live on FTN. We have just returned. We are still under green. Sean Rowe actually finds himself up in front now, and it's going to be right behind him, Andrew Cootie, with Sean Rowe right there. Mason Moriarty just on his tail. Top two guys keeping in procession. James Thurston going to be in first, and Andrew Cootie now pulling away. 23 laps to go, and we will keep the show rolling as we ourselves under green. Going to be a bit of smoke, and it looks like Harlan Hogan on pit road, and now he'll be on his way out. Incident, and it looks like Max Molina is involved as well. He'll be down way behind the pack. 22 laps to go, though. It looks like he'll be able to keep on going. No yellow flag is called for that one, but nonetheless, bad news all the same. James Thurston gets a bit shooken up once again. Andrew Cootie on his back bumper, relentless out in front, and the roll bar camera showing you this number 9 has nothing more than fire in his spirit of the driver right now. He wants this win. He wants that pole position to defend his victory even easier. He was the fastest in overall hot laps in this session, of course, last season, and the winner overall then, and he's also the fastest in hot laps this time around. He knows he's quick at Daytona, and he wants to prove it once more. So I think, no, they'll go right down low. They're going to come back up the track and save it. It was Cootie who makes a dive bomb move, gets by James Thurston, and Mason Moriarty finds himself up in front with 21 laps to go. My, oh my, what a maneuver. And he knew he had to make something happen to get through, but I didn't think he'd get that aggressive. Down low Andrew Cootie goes. He'll take a few guys with him. Mason Moriarty right there with Weldy now up in front as the number 75 shoots up like a rocket and takes multiples down. He'll take Thurston. They keep it straight, and no yellow flag is called, but that could have been even worse than we expected. 96 of Thurston goes spinning almost and keeps driving. Oh my, they are driving real intense here. And after what we saw from Andrew Cootie, they get even more fired up. 20 laps to go. You're under yellow once again. That's multiple incidents brewing at once, and Thurston even gets more pounded up and hits the 75 on the way out. This is dicey. Let's take an instant replay and find out what happened. It begins with Andrew Cootie going down on James Thurston there. That is the catalyst. What was that? Well, that was just simple too much aggression. And just like that, Thurston fades back and gets himself in a really bad position from this point onward. Take a look at this. Sean Rowe goes up high. No big deal just yet. And the 75 gets up high. Out of the groove he might have been for the 75 machine. And Thurston down low. 75 gets tapped. Thurston taps him. And then he shoots up the track and comes down low. Oh, that's what really does it. That's the kicker indeed. Then almost wrecks himself. We're able to keep it straight. And then James Thurston dives down low. Saves it. Going. That's going to be the yellow flag. Andrew Cootie involved for the first part. And then James Thurston getting involved. Caleb McKinney. And McKinney goes in the grass. Even Weldy hits him. And Weldy coming off of pit road gets destroyed by the driver in the 75. I can't believe that one. So it even finds us with another wreck. Another big hit. And we are going to take a look at that one. I can't believe it. It was a 75 of Caleb McKinney that time by who got involved with another incident, but this time with a driver coming off of pit road. It was here on the blimp shot where you can see the first incident happen. We'll take a look more closely at the second. Of course, Ethan DeWeldy on pit road, minding his own business, looked to be fine. You can see he was on the apron, and in the grass just a bit. Kept it going, no worry. It was DeWeldy who actually came up on the grass, and they both hit and get Thurston. Nonetheless, some reckless driving in the back of the field. The 75 gets tagged, goes around. With 19 laps to go, they're racing real feisty here in Daytona. And just like that, the sun has set. And it's that immediate here in Daytona. One moment, it was the sun still shining, and now it is dark. And we'll head to the night sky with 1 lap to green, 18 laps to go. Multiple hits, multiple wrecks, and that one was a wreck that just kept on wrecking. You rarely see that here in FORL too much anymore. We just saw it once again. big time implications. We'll see if the admins are going to say anything about that one. I'm certain they're not happy about what we just saw. Yellow flag falls once again for the 5th time, and 5 times in 43 laps. We're hoping the second duel will be a bit cleaner. We get back to it once again. Mason Moriarty down low. Ash Colt going to be up high. Kyle Freeman is in 3rd, and Hunter Bogdan is in 4th. Now the sun setting oh so quickly, thus with the racing once more. And Mason Moriarty, he's been a bit quieter than most races in, especially in the super speedways. But he has been quietly good, and that's exactly what you want to be if you're that number 6 machine. He has been solid, very consistent, far from in trouble for the most part, and now finds himself up in front with crunch time in effect. He will be able to lead the way to this 5th restart and might just have what it takes to come home the winner of the pole positions. Come through the number 6, Mason Moriarty out in front. We'll go back at it. The sun has gone down here in Daytona. One up in the wall. It's going to be James Hogan letting guys by. It looks like Joey Stone going to be starting a bit further up. Right now in 13th, trying to get back up there as Mason Moriarty leads the way to do it once more here in Daytona. As they come down to the line once again, the BMAN Design Duels have been intense and exciting so far, and I'm certain the best is yet to come. Excitement is building up more and more as the green flag will fly once again. The 5th time might just be the charm. We've got a few more than 3. Let's find out what we've got to see. Green flag flies with Mason Moriarty leading. And Mason Moriarty gets that lead, gets the jump. Cash Colt is in big trouble, not sure what's going on with him. The rest of the field still looks to be good to go. The sun, it is setting, and drivers are now going to have to get used to it. All the bright sky for so long, but now with 17 laps to go, the climate has been changing. That's for certain. And number 6 might be the one who's adapting the best. He's leading right now, got Andrew Cootie behind him, but he knows that Cootie is a very aggressive driver. 3 wide, though, they're getting real aggressive. Kyle Freeman, the 42 of Chance Parker there as well, and Ethan DeWeldy in the mix. DeWeldy is in 10th right now, and it looks like he'll keep himself in tow as they're 3 wide, 2 rows deep in the middle of the field. Mason Moriarty comes to the line once again to lead, but the rest of the field will try to succeed in getting a few more spots. Mason, and he's got a good edge right now, as it's going to be Hunter Bogdan in 2nd. Bogdan in the 0-0 for a brand new team. Team B-Man finds himself in the catbird seat to get the win. What a storybook victory this could be, and what a way to kick off a season. As one gets turned, Alex Jones gets disposed of by James Thurston after the sit leg. Not much more to say about that one. James Thurston just hooks him there, and it looks like no room to give any more. It's all about taking with the final few laps in mind, and the 0-0 Hunter Bogdan, who knows this, knows he'll have to take from Mason Moriarty if he wants a chance to win. They come in line once again, 16 laps to go to make it 15. One on the grass, he saves it, and Mason Moriarty gets wrecked. Mason Moriarty, your leader, goes around, and we will find ourselves under yellow once more. The leader goes around for a wreck, and we are now on the yellow flag once again. Mason Moriarty in trouble, and we see ourselves to the yellow with 15 laps to go, and Moriarty spins it once again, involved in trouble. That one, he got hooked right off from the 0-0. Let's find out what happened as you look up in front. Now, if we take an overhead shot of it, a blimp angle to get a bit of a wider view, you can see this is about 1 lap till. Going strong, might be a bit too early. Come back up, bit of a shuffle with the 42. No worry just yet. Then Bogdan gets that draft, gets right back up to Mason. As they come through, he's got himself right there on the corner, gets a bit of the quarter panel in, and gets the other side. That's what sends Moriarty around, and only one driver seems to hit him first, and then multiple others, James Hogan, Kyle Freeman. That's what brings out your yellow flag. Mason Moriarty involved in that one, and the number 6 of Moriarty down and around with 14 laps to go. Let's send it right back green on FTN. Big time movement, and now Moriarty finds himself in 13th as Joseph Lewis leads the way. And Joseph Lewis very far out from the remainder of the field right now. Only one retire even still. Brandon Rismiller 2 laps down. Rest of your field is still going. And they all know they've got a chance at that pole position. With all the faster pairs they have, an infinite number, there's no reason to retire per se. But at the same time, it's dicey out in front and in the back. No real safe space for these drivers. And they're showing that aggression has been king all night long. Nothing more than that throughout the entirety of the night. Simply has been all about push, push, push. Even or not, they give or take now. It's another driver for the first time out in front in Joseph Lewis. Chance Parker, he's remained consistent. He's still in third. It's Cooper Glick in fourth as many come down to pit road, this time by James Thurston. One of which, Caleb McKinney making his way around. The sun is almost done entirely setting as the night sky is going to come into play. Sun sets, gives way to the stadium lights, and the nighttime climate will bring on some different driving. We've gone from day to night in this duel. The next duel could be all night long. That's going to be a whole different story here on FTN. Joseph Lewis knows he wants the story to end one way, with him as the victor. For W Energy looking to take this dub, he goes down low. Got a chance to put himself up in front until the very end. Crunch time here in Daytona. This duels ran a bit long. Yellow flags had been abundant. Maybe that would change. 13 laps remain. Down low, the 28 goes. He'll go to the inside line. The choose cone is in effect as they all go by the pit exit cone. They go low, they go high. That is that. Now we're back on the way. Joseph Lewis up in front. Green flag will fall with 12 laps remaining. It's been a bit of a long one here for the first duel. Bryce Hamrick chat. It is a bit lengthy for duels. I'll tell you what, 150 laps apiece, or miles apiece, coming out to 120 laps overall. And with that being said, drivers like Joseph Lewis have to deal with the conditions. Now finds himself with a better shot than ever to get that track position, perhaps become a favorite to win the Daytona 250. It's all on the line for the man at the number 28, and as they come down to the stripe, here we go again. 28, 15, the 42, and then in fourth, Cooper Glick in 05. Cooper Glick been looking for a win on FTN for quite some time. His best effort, second place at Talladega in IORA last season, was not able to come home with the win. This could be the change of fate, and it could bring him good luck for the main event. Green flag will fly this time through. 13 laps to go. Let's make it 12. And a 28 of Joseph Lewis up in front. He's got Chance Parker in second, Ethan Duel in third, Joey Stone is in fourth, and it's going to be Noah Taylor right now, right there with him. Double file, multiple rows deep. The lights are out here in Daytona, and you can see them very well. Now the driver's back in full focus. One down low, Ethan Duel makes the move, and it's going to be the move of a lifetime if he wants to make this win happen. Andrew Cootie on his own on the outside line. Been aggressive all throughout. 3 wide, they'll split him. It's going to be James Thurston going up top. He's going to go deep sea dive in the number 02. Right there, it's going to be Lando Tauro on debut, looking to make it happen as they come down the line again. 11 laps to go, and Joseph Lewis still has this lead. Chance Parker is second, Joey Stone's in third. It's going to be Ethan Duel in fourth, and Noah Taylor in fifth. Andrew Cootie, position number 6. Drivers at their limit are pushing as hard as they can, and they know that this is everything for the main event. But Joseph Lewis right now in a bit of cruise control. Top 5 guys are in a single file order, and that's the best place to be, up in front of that running order. The 28 lead at pack. He knows that with this lead, cut himself some slack. Maybe just calm himself down. Joey Stone's up to third. Chance Parker's in second. A new group's going to be up there in the top spots, and they come down again. It's going to be good to go for yet another lap here in Daytona. Checkered flag falls in 10 laps time as the number 28 of Joseph Lewis still has himself out in front. Chance Parker going to be there in second. He's going to go down low. Andrew Cootie gives a shot to the 28. shot in the back will work out at least for now. They come down the line once again. Joseph Lewis getting right there in first. You can see the 42 getting a magic push, and the momentum off the backstretch might be what he needs. Back stretch battling Ethan Wells. Noah Taylor is in ninth, and these drivers are roaring real loud off the backstretch once again as it's 3 wide between Caleb McKinney, James Thurston, and Kyle Freeman. 10 laps to go. Andrew Cootie looking to get him down to the single digits with his number 9 leading at the 9 lap to go mark. 9 laps remaining here and now. The BMAN Design Duel number 1, and the first duel has been chaotic, but looking to end on a chaotic good note. Thomas Johnson in second, the number 48 machine, a Johnson and the 48, they go well together, and it looks like right now they're going well once again. That number 48 has an opportunity to come home in victory lane that we didn't see. Rookies are up in front. That's actually a rookie who's going to be a lap machine up there with him. Cody Giles, and that number 26 is in 18th, 1 lap down. He'll need 1 more yellow flag to battle for the victory, but it's clear he's got pace to run with the best of them if he's able to get it back up in front. Leader of the pack, Andrew Cootie, out in front. Mason Moriarty right there, going to be in the second spot. Sean Rowe going to be in the mix as well. Rowe's a lap machine. Mason goes down low, and he can't get much done just yet. Andrew Cootie has 1 guy blocking the outside line, and he's got himself blocking the inside. Both of these guys, with their own interests in mind, are driving with the same purpose. James Thurston now going to try to take him 3 abreast. He's got Maxim Lita down low, and he's got another one right there with him, Cash Cope. Cash moves up into the 4th spot, and this could be the night for Cash Cope to break on through. For option 1 Solar, he's looking to be the first option up in front when this race begins. Building trust has been the name of his game. He's ran a very solid race, especially for his standard. Nothing more to say. Very minimal when it comes to the incidents he's been involved in, and that's exactly how you like it as a driver at Daytona. Wrecking, it's very bad at Daytona. The speeds, intensity, and when we have this event, we will not see infinite fast repairs, so they'll drive much different. Andrew Cootie, who knows that, is driving well right now, but he's made his fair share of aggressive moves. He moved James Thurston out the way, and Mason Moriarty saw that firsthand. He will not budge. He will not, of course, hold a grudge, but he will make the move he needs to. If he needs to get this win, he will surely let the number 9 machine know the time is now. Checkered flag falling oh so soon. You cannot, of course, have any chance at winning this one if you are not aggressive. Aggression will put you into this main event. Right now, it looks like that number 9 machine, while he's got the aggression, is simply not there with the track position. Andrew Cootie has everything right now, and the CCH Motorsports machine has himself a good night if he comes home on top. Mason Moriarty getting right behind him. Thomas Johnson is in 3rd, and it's Joseph Lewis in 4th, and this is only the first of 2 duels. The second coming up right next. 55 laps into this one, we've seen quite a few yellows. They're due to get this one under green. They're racing as hard as they have all night long. The checkered flag in 5.5 laps time, it will wave, and the number 9 machine of Andrew Cootie will claim perhaps another win in FORL. After such a long absence, he has been gone for over half a season. He's came back in the duels, and with a vengeance. How about this? Cootie looking to get that redemption up, but Max Molina goes down low. Yellow flags out nonetheless. Restart will be imminent. Chance Parker involved with Joseph Lewis. Let's take a look back and find out what happened. Instant replay of matter live on FTN, and it looks like the number 42 caught up between a rock and a hard place. Cash Cope spins off Thurston and Joseph Lewis, and they will go to the yellow flag. Looks like no major damage, but a lot of drivers caught up there. The 42 to be one of which Chance Parker back on the way. It's going to be 0.57 to Cash Cope as well. He'll get it back going. James Thurston looks good once again, and this is one last chance. It's due to be an overtime green-white checkered fish. No matter how you slice it, Andrew Cootie has himself best position to get it done. He'll come across the start fish line, this time by and make it 4 laps remaining. Overtime finish. We will see it. And after all the hard-fought racing we've seen so far here in Daytona, it will be a bit anticlimactic to end under yellow. I don't believe that we will. Overtime attempts will be back in fashion before we move on to your second duel, and drivers are in trouble. Duncan O'Connor retired as is, the only driver retired, but Brandon Rismler has been 2 laps down. Long time here. His laps back in the Dunkin' Donuts, number 95. Ross Corlett in 21st spot, 1 lap down. So is Cody Giles, and so is Alex Jones. The rest of your field is on that lead lap. Small field, big time chaos. And tonight has been no shortage of that as they come around this time by. The number 9 machine has himself up in front. Andrew Cootie, a Season 2 winner multiple times over, your winner at Daytona. He took the checkered flag in a last lap wreck with the number 9 machine. Got it done in striking fashion. It wasn't dominating for him. He won the pole position, but he was not able to finish it off with the race win until our late race wreck. As a matter of fact, Juan Bello got the pole position that Andrew Cootie got in the Circuit of the Americas. And he won that race, dominating fashion, nobody on his level all night long. And then season began to fall apart. Nothing more could go his way. But now, as he returns, he's taken a step back for the racing here in FORL. Ability to reflect on everything, go with a brand new mindset. 1 lap to go. We're in Daytona before the green flag flies. It's going to be a natural green-white checkered. It will be a 60-lap duel that leads us into the next. The night's gone a bit long. This is more racing than what you will see in the main 250-mile event. This first main, well, for the duels, I believe, 150-miler 2 times over. So you're seeing one big show, a bigger one, what we'll see next Wednesday. This is for all the marbles in qualifying. No points on the line, but you want to make a point. You're a brand new driver here. Thomas Johnson leading your rookies right now in the qualifying order, if he is to finish in this spot. He finds himself in the 3rd, now going to be followed up way many spots behind where we thought he'd be. He'll be starting in about the 5th spot this run. That would be equated to about a top 10 qualifying start, and for a rookie, that would be amazing. Noah Taylor, similar situation. He's 4th right now. That equates to 8th on the starting grid. Mason Moriarty, 3rd right now. That would be, say, 6th. Yes, 6th. Then, not to be 5th, because, of course, inside line. 3rd will be held by James Thurston. He's going to be 2nd on the right now. But Ben Andrew Cootie, the number 9 machine, 58 laps in, knows this could be a pole position. And this could be the start of a brand new era here in FORL. As they come down the start-finish line all over again, Andrew Cootie to lead a green-white checkered here in Daytona, with James Thurston right behind. The time is now or never to get this win. The green flag falls this time through, and it'll be the one final time if they get back to the white. Green flag is going to be out this time through. Green-white checkered attempt number 1 is underway here at Daytona. Cootie leads the way. We got a spin to the back already. No incident going to be major. They'll keep it going. Cooper Glick spins, keeps it going indeed. Great save for him. Andrew Cooper the way. He is in need of no saving. He's in need of a win. He's out in front by a decisive margin, but it's only decisive by about a car length's work. Take a look off the rear view right now. The number 6 hot on his heels. The 41 right there with him, and Noah Taylor. The inside line, it's fading back just a bit, but they are going to get a big boost. Sean Rose there, and now he's in the lead lap in 5th. That last caution saved him, and now he's got a shot to go chase down that checkered flag. 1 lap to go. This time by, and duel number 1, the white flag will fall here in Daytona. One more time around. Number 41, Noah Taylor finds himself out in front. He's leading as a rookie to get that pole position. Andrew Cootie in 2nd. They'll be side by side as they come through turns 1 and 2. First 2 turns, that's half the battle with the backstretch involved. Then you come down to the final few hundred feet. Everything is official. Here and now, Noah Taylor leads the way, but only just. Sean Rowe goes down low. He'll try to get that pole position himself. Andrew Cootie, looking to make amends for his last season of errors and mistakes, finds himself up top for the pole position once again. Coming through for the checkered flag, big wreck. It's going to be McKinney involved. Kyle Freeman goes around, and it all comes down to the final few 100-yard dash. It's going to be the 41 inside, number 9 outside, 3 wide middle, 4 second, but it's no use indeed. Andrew Cootie Hot Lap Hero goes winning in the duels to grab the pole position for the Daytona 250. Pole sitter, race winner, winning the first ever BMAN Design Duel in FORL Cup Series history. Andrew Cootie gets his burnout in now as the number 9 comes home, your pole sitter for Daytona next Wednesday. And he's got the immediate burnout going here. He will celebrate it for as long as he can. The second duel will go up momentarily as Andrew Cootie burns down the house and takes home that checkered flag. What a win that was. The number 9 proved he had speed in qualifying, and he makes use of it in this heat. And just like that, back to the daytime. We have reset the clock. It's now time for your second duel. Drivers are ready and are getting ready as well. Justin Pickle finds himself up in front for this duel. It's been a while since we've seen pit road, I'll tell you that much. Now it's Pickle right there with Justin Mons. So when it comes to interviews, we're going to try to get your front row after the entirety of these duels. The second duel, we intend to get interviews by that point. If you don't mind waiting, it will be great to have the front row together for a special interview because the racing is going to get going very, very soon. You don't want to miss an inch. CCH Motorsports, you're due for an interview. Andrew, I'm hoping you stay around until the very end. Your front row will be interviewed after the end of the second duel. So I'm going to be telling him right now to just stay as long as he can at the very least. If not, we'll get him in at the end of this duel. Hope to. If not, we'll find something else. Now they'll get back on their way. Many drivers not on the grid right now. Matthew Brower, Tristan Rivers, Balderas, Anthony Trippi, Bryce Hamrick. Many retiring due to the fact that this first duel went a bit long. So smaller field this time around. Go back at it once again. Now the number 21 machine, he saw his teammate win last duel just seconds ago, 60 laps to go, and got ourselves another race in the picture. Dustin Pickle out in front, the number 19 machine, well, he is not, he's the number 21. He's out to get this victory for his team and make it a CCH Motorsports sweep. Up in front. It's possible, it might not be probable just yet, but never say never. It ain't over till it's over. Bust out all the good phrases because I think they all apply oh so well at Daytona. An unpredictable track where the only thing you can predict is the unpredictability. I tell you what, Dustin Pickle's got a shot to make it happen here. Justin Mons, first time, gamer advance, number 49. He's looking to prove that he's got an advantage. Fast in qualifying, will be fast again if, of course, he's not involved in an incident. We saw very few retirees from last race, only one. Now we see quite a few. Balderas, Rivers, Brower, Hamrick, and Trippi. 5 drivers out from your field of 23. 18 drivers remain to battle for positions. So we'll see how they automatically calculate the final few spots in the main race as Dustin Pickle due to set the pace this time around. From strength to strength, CCH Motorsports wins Duel 1, and they're looking to do it again and go back to victory lane. Let's get it this time by the green flag will fall for duel number 2 in the BMAN Design Duels, led by Dustin Pickle. The green flag flies for the second time at Daytona. Right, coming out of the back direction is another first lap incident. This will lead us down to a yellow flag, and this is major. This one's worse than the first one. First lap wreck, and we are all over the place, and they keep it going. Drivers destroyed. Xander Prestige down around. The yellow flag will fall. It looks like it is not falling soon enough. You saw so many drivers involved in that one. We're now under yellow for the first time in duel number 2. Let's find the content. Didn't get a good angle at what that was, but now we'll be able to see it a bit more. Wilkerson hit by Mons, then Daniel Krim, then Gavin Austin, then Dustin Pickle. Everyone wrecks in their own wreck here. So many drivers. so many incidents, and just like that, the number one gets involved. Zach Todriff as well. Dustin Pickle from pole sitter to dead last right now finds himself way back after your first big wreck. Gavin Austin now going to be 11th. He got caught up almost with River Page. Justin Mons definitely got caught up there. He's now going to find himself in the 6th position. All but 5 drivers appeared to wreck that time by, and as we send it back live, it looks like your top 5 is much different. Jason Beckman leads. He's got Kenny Reel in 2nd. And Workman's going to be in 3rd. Jacob Wilkerson's in 4th with Henry Kalhoff in 5th. Moff going to round out the top 5 right now as Jason Beckman the way. What a wreck that was. A spectacle in its own right. Not good though when it comes to the clean racing we love to see in this event. The BMAN Design Duels have been bitten nasty all night long, but the second duel opens up with yet another bang. My oh my. Just like that, we are under yellow for the first time in Duel 2. Not the first time this season when it comes to the duels. First time in Duel 2, and yet again at the first lap. Kenny Reel going to be in 2nd. Workman is in 3rd. Jacob Wilkerson is in 4th. Henry Kalhoff's in 5th. They come down pit road in droves. It looks like immediately the majority of the field take it down to pit road just like that. No fast repairs for this duel as well, so we'll keep it going without anything else in mind. Drivers have all the opportunity to keep it going, even if they get involved in wrecks. The number 14 of Jason Beckman finds himself in 1st. Kenny Reel is in 2nd. Nathan Workman is there in 3rd. Top 3 guys, much different from where we started. Now we will get at it once again. Joe Reinhardt, how about the 78 up in the top 5? We don't mention Joe Reinhardt all too much, but he's a Season 1 OG. Goes way back to the first time FTN broadcasted this league, way back Talladega Season 1. Reinhardt, a one-time winner in this league, got it done at Auto Club in that first season. Since then, has not been around all too often, but tonight could be the sign of a return for that beautiful number 78. It's the silver bullet tonight, looking like a bullet as well. He gets right by the first wreck like a dart. The number 14 now finds himself up in front, working his way through the traffic. Jason Beckman finds himself in the top spot of the running order. 2nd spot going to be Ethan Workman there. Then Kenny Reel in the 3rd. Let's get at it one more time. The driver of that number 14 finds itself now. Second duel, much like the first, is off to a chaotic start. Chaos is to be expected at FORL. That might be the most chaotic one we've seen all night long. Maybe all this time we've been broadcasting them Daytona's duels, bringing out some firing drivers, and sure to see more as the night keeps on running. 6 cautions last time around. Maybe we'll get less. We've already gotten our first at the same time. Now Jason Beckman looking to bring the field back to full speed. Green flag gonna fly for the first restart of the night, led by Jason Beckman. The green flag falls once more. And the top 2 get a nice pull away up in front. Jason Beckman going to be 1st. Ethan Workman is in 2nd. And Kenny Reel is in 3rd. It's going to be Joe Reinhardt right now with Kevin Austin in 5th. Your top 5 guys remain distant, equidistant almost. They're about a quarter of a second away from one another. Big blink for Workman once again. We've seen quite a few out of them so far. If that persists as the night goes through. Kenny Reel goes up top. Keep nice and steady. Gavin Austin's in 2nd with Jason Beckman there in 3rd. Top 5, top 10, begin to pull away once more. And it looks like they're going to try to do the exact same thing those in Duel 1 did beforehand. Ethan Workman pulls out of line. One driver goes for a wild ride. That's Dylan Poss, a rookie. And he's able to save it, keep it going, but he went down to the grass. Now in 19th, Dylan Poss gets spun out to the wayside, and now Jacob Wilkerson goes down low on Gavin Austin. As soon as we looked away from the battle, it shifted once again. Your front row interview will be after duel number 2, so stick around for that. Gavin Austin now going to be in 3rd, and let's take a look on board with that number 44, as he's got droves of drivers looking right after him. Gavin Austin right now in that third spot, holding a steady wheel, looking good so far in that number 44. Austin gets a bit squirrely. No, it's not going to be good at all. Gavin Austin goes around, another driver in with him, and it's now going to be another multi-car wreck. Workman involved, yellow flag out, and 6 laps in, we get our second wreck of the night. Just like that, as soon as we said Gavin Austin held a pretty wheel straight, looks like he's in trouble once more. Let's take a look on back. The number 44 had Kenny Reel all over him. Will this be the reason? Something else come up. It looks like off the exit of corner number 4. Reel right in his back bumper, caught him in the wrong way, hooked him. Then Gavin Austin went down, caught the number 40. Then it looks like the number 1 got there as well, and it became a smoke show from that point onward. Ethan Workman involved. 84 machine gets caught up big. Looks like Keegan Doherty gets at him for just barely. Joe Reinhardt there in the number 78. Daniel Krim barely ekes by. Big time avoidance for the 71 machine. But another big wreck, and 7 laps in, the early aggression is going to lead to some late race attrition. Yet another big incident very early in the going. You don't like to see that here at Daytona. That's the way it's gone to the first duel and the second alike. So not the best way to start the season, but there's still a ways to go, and things can get cleaner from this point onward. Out in front, it is Jacob Wilkerson there in second. Zach Todger has actually scored as your lead man, but the reason is he's in front of your pace car. As a matter of fact, he'll have to let the iRacing official pace car go right by. Jacob Wilkerson right there in first gets back up in front, and Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse, the sponsor on that number 43. Now, important to note, Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse is a proud sponsor of the FORL Cup Series, brought to you, of course, by Empire Designs. Now, the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash will be coming at you live on Friday night. Going to be a shorter race than this, a 35-lap exhibition with the best of the best in FORL's talent. Be sure to stick around for that event. Won't want to miss it. I'm sure that's going to be the most exciting event before the big show on Wednesday. The second duel, yet another incident, and 7 laps in, 2 wrecks so far. Very similar to what we saw in that first duel. They come across the start-finish line once again, make it 8. Lap number 8, as we have 1 lap to green before the racing gets back on its way. Eight laps through, Jacob Wilkerson, Zach Todger's there in second, Jason Beckman's in third with Kenny Reel in position number 4. Going to be Henry Kalhoff right now in 5th, James Bomar in 6th, and Justin Mons in 7th. Top 10 guys go back to Keegan Doherty 8th, then Daniel Krim in 9th, James Hartley in 10th. So the Empire number 5 with the title sponsor of this league on that hood. Looking real good so far as he represents with the rookie stripes. Daniel Krim, a rookie last season, a rookie no more, finding himself up in front here at Daytona. Looking good so far. Will he stay in good spirits? That remains to be seen. Many drivers are unpredictable so far. It looks like Justin Mons might be one of which started this duel well, very well. He's fallen back just a bit with all the attrition and all the wrecking. Might fall back further. Many drivers, almost every driver, has gotten involved with the wreck already. Anthony Trippi, now on pit road, might be a retiree for him. Find out whether or not retirement is the way to go for the man in that number 84. We will be right back after a brief intermission once again to make sure things are all good. We look to be clear following our earlier incident in duel number 1, and I think we can get going without much of an issue. Once again, thank y'all for sticking with us live on FTN, working out the kinks in our first race here with FORL this season. Love to have you back as always. We are back right now. Joe Reinhardt up there with number 4. Jacob Wilkerson there in second, here to stay. Let's get back at it once more. 8 laps in out of 60. Wilkerson and Beckman up in front. They've raced each other many times before, and they're looking to do it well once again. Green flag gonna drop, led by that number 43, and the green flag will fly indeed this time through. Let's go racing at Daytona for your second restart of the night. And Jacob Wilkerson leads it with Zach Todger there in second. Jason Beckman going to be position number 3. And James Bomar right behind in 4th. Bomar goes down low to the inside line. He's got Henry Kalhoff. He barely clears that time through. Alhoff gets a bit lucky that time around. Keeps it going nonetheless. Kenny Real gonna split him three. Multiple drivers trying to split it as well. It's gonna be Gavin Austin going right there with them. And the inside line occupied by many. Jason Beckman 3 wide for the lead. And it's gonna be with that number 54 of Zach Todriff. Now they are teammates for PBR and they've got the exact same paint scheme base on. Beckman Designs. Jason Beckman took care of the paint job for both of them, and they are representing the team very well. A big block! Jacob Wilkerson destroyed! The entire field goes around again, and we will go under yellow. Third yellow flag at lap 10, and teammates wreck each other. Oh, Zach Todriff, the team owner of PBR Racing, finds himself in the wall, and another big hit. This race has been intense. Maybe a bit too much. No consequences. Instant rewind on the car's damage. All those fast repairs. Just to yet another yellow flag. How about that? Down low, Jacob Wilkerson came up high to his teammate in Wilkerson, and then Wilkerson went for a wild ride. Caught Todriff, caught almost Beckman, and then Pickle almost got caught up with James Bomar. Daniel Krim gets by. Another big hit for the driver in that number 020, James Bomar. It was a big spin for Joe Reinhardt. Just about every driver you can think of gets caught up. River Page, backwards, Ethan Workman, almost around again. Hard hit for him in that number 23. We'll get right back into the live feed. Third wreck under the first 11 laps of racing, and Jason Beckman the way once again. My oh my, the night's gone long and a driver is wiggling. That's a huge one for the driver in that number 20, James Bomar, spinning, and another wreck under yellow, Kenny Real and Gavin Austin. However, we're getting a request right now to see number 44 of Gavin Austin. Workman pulls down, pulls in. This has been a nasty turn of events. Number 44, let's get it into the replay. Find out what's going on. The number 44, Gavin Austin, finds himself in a big situation. We'll rewind it back even further to find out how it was inside the cockpit of that number 44. Now, Gavin Austin found himself in trouble earlier on in the going. Now getting back racing once again, and you can see we're still a bit further off. Let's take a look even further back. A bit dicey. Barely gets by in the grass. Gets a tag from Workman. But a great move overall despite the damage. He'll have to come down to pit road. But a decisive series of events for Gavin Austin. And he keeps it going. And although there is damage there, it was a very good avoidance for the most part in that number 44. Out in front, looking again, Keegan Doherty. And 12 laps in, we're back under yellow. Just like that, Keegan Doherty out in front. Connor Asbell going to be in second. Jason Beckman is in third. Dustin Pickles fourth. Kenny Real now going to be right there with River Page. Page looks to be scored in fifth, getting right by Kenny Real. 12 laps in, and we've seen 3 yellows already. Not what we want to see. It's been intense. It has been exciting. But at the same time, lap races, and we don't want to see them go all under yellow. This decides the starting grid for the biggest event on the calendar. It is the Daytona 250, the season opener, the one that starts it all. So you don't want to see races, of course, as big as that have starts bad as this has turned out to be when it comes to, of course, the amount of wrecks. It can turn around. Drivers put up good long runs at Daytona before. Right now, that is not the case, and we'll see whether or not it turns out to be the case, because right now every driver racing aggression on their mind as a priority. The number 40 machine, Keegan Doherty, leads the way. Connor Asbell is in second. Jason Beckman's in third. Dustin Pickles fourth. River Page in fifth. It's Kenny Real in the position number 6, and Justin Mons in seventh. Joe Reinhardt, Henry Kaloff, and Gavin Austin round out your top 10. Outside of the top 10, these guys are single file. Zach Todriff 2 laps down, and James Bomar has retired. So retirees are coming into the picture. Zach Todriff down on pit road on his lonesome. Send it back to the green flag. 12 laps through at Daytona. Let's get it once again. Keegan Doherty's got the keys to the kingdom as we head back green for the third time tonight. Let's go racing from Daytona. Connor Asbell now out in front. 13 laps in. Jason Beckman goes down low. And it looks like these guys are not in the mood to hog laps. Not one bit. It's been all aggression all night long. Team drivers fall to the back of the field and fall prey to that mentality. Dustin Pickle right now going to be in a pickle in his own right. He's down to the inside line. In that line, he is with the leader. But also finds himself boxed down. Jason Beckman goes where he pleases. Goes up high this time around. Momentum there, and he wants to take it. He will get himself a good run, come off the backstretch with some speed, and come through with the lead. Once again, 13 laps in, we have not seen Jason Beckman in the FORL Cup Series in quite some time. But now that he's back, looking strong. Definitely again a contender, and he always seems to be a contender wherever he races. At number 14, now there in position number 5, Connor Asbell is there in first, and in second, with Dustin Pickle in third. 14 laps into the 60. If you've enjoyed this one so far, be sure to leave a subscription to the channel on FTN. We carry every FORL Cup Series race, even the exhibitions like these. So that being said, if you want to join in on the fun, we've got another wreck. Multiple cars it looks to be, and we will find out if it's going to be big. Multiple cars it is. Gavin Austin, Joe Reinhardt, big hit. Oh my, that's a huge rip, and another James Hartley sees Gavin Austin go around, and he's barrel rolling, and the yellow flag falls once again. Big hit, and that's your 4th yellow, 15 laps. Oh boy, that was a huge one for Gavin Austin. And Gavin Austin, the prime member of this incident. The 44 got it shaken up, then Joe Reinhardt got him with River Page. Reinhardt and Force Austin, they slid up. River Page got away, but this is really, really bad. Huge hit for Daniel Poss, or actually Dylan Poss. There's Daniel Krim who got by, and then a absolute destruction of the number 44 on board with Gavin Austin. You're requested, barrel rolling up, down, and around, and that number 44 lies right behind the palm trees on our frame. Huge hit for Gavin Austin. And now 1 lap down, he had to tow. Ended up under the ground. Almost looked like it. About it now. That's a Connor Asbell going to be up in front there in first. Keegan Doherty is in second. And he reels in third with Jacob Wilkerson in fourth. Now the goal is we're going to try to get our interviews at the end of night just to alleviate any problems we've had earlier in the going. Don't want to jeopardize anything in regards to the broadcast. We're taking a further look at it on Friday when the clash is. We really don't want to risk anything with all the action. We're seeing one lost moment. Seems like we skip a beat in this race. It's been very intense. Try to get interviews later in the night. This night has not ended without its excitement. It seems like it won't once again. The first duel was one exciting race. We are in for another, but 15 laps in, and Keegan Doherty finds himself out front. Looking good so far, the number 40, but things have been changing all race long. Up, down, and around. Nobody and predicted to stay up in front. Gavin Austin, 2 laps down as is. He's down on pit road, out of frame. Looks like as it stands, only 15 drivers on the lead. Lap 16. Laps in as we look at the sunny Daytona International Speedway after the night sky. All down to the number 40 and the rest of this field. It's been even more wrecks in the first duel on this pace. And we might be in for some more action to go from here. Of course, it could be get the wrecks very early, then go all the way, or just keep it wrecking until the checkered flag falls. We would not want to see it go all the way with a wrecking. It's possible. That's the way it stays. Keegan Doherty leads it with Kenny Real right beside him. 1 lap to green this time by 17 out of 60. We'll be back green at that point. Up and down. That's been the name of this game all throughout. Nothing more, nothing less. The aggression is high, but right now giving and taking is more, and being involved in the wrecks or being not involved, and compared to actually racing up, down, and around. Now with it being double file, once again, the pace car leads them through, and the green flag will fall for yet another start. The 4th as it stands. It's going to be yet another very early. It's been all about the yellows so far, almost a third of the way through this heat. It means for these guys, they can narrow down their focus in the final few laps. Focus, chasing that win. Any laps out of the way right now, they might be out of mind for these guys, but it certainly does leave a mark in terms of who you can trust. Restart once again. Let's get going. Lap 16, lap number 17, back underway at Daytona. And Keegan Doherty leads the way down low. He's got it with Kenny Reel in second, Jacob Wilkerson in third, Daniel in fourth, and now he's going to be side by side with Jason Becker, battling just outside of your podium. Justin Maughn's going to be there in the fifth spot. My oh my, he fades back just a bit more. Double file, multiple lanes deep, and these drivers are not going to stop. Their aggression knows no bounds now. The number 24 machine finds himself there in the mix. He's in 11th as it stands. The top 20 for take it in. That is guaranteed. So with that being said, every driver in duel number 2 guaranteed to make the main event. That's a bit different from the first duel. There were more than 20 drivers who started this race. So we will have some drivers who go home, but if you started this event, you are in. Top 20 guys who will go through. Only 19 started this race. A few drivers not start. One other driver will be given that 20th and final spot from this duel. It will be a guy like Hamrick, Trippy, Balderas, and the like. Guys remain on the chopping block. 54 machine of Zach Todriff goes to try to dive deep on the 49. He's blocking both lanes, has River Page up on the wall, and River Page gets shaken. 18 laps in. His drivers are fighting like it's the last lap. Up high, Jacob Wilkerson leads him. He's got Beckman there, and now top 2 guys defended by Todriff are PPR drivers up and down. Top lane and bottom. Teamwork making the dream work here at Daytona. It is evident once again. A lot of drivers seem to prefer their teammates here on iRacing, and for good reason. If you can find a bunch of drivers that you trust, you will be a big advantage compared to most of the drivers. And number 43, he knows that right now, and he's giving himself the opportunity to chase down a win. He's got good teammates up and down throughout the field. Zach Todriff, not the best run for him individually, but he's locked into this race on the benefit of starting, and he can worry about getting his teammates in this show. Focus on getting your guys up in front. That win. The drive for the lead. It's going to be the 21 of Dustin Pickle back up there. Your pole sitters in it. River Page and the wall. Keep it going. 3 wide, multiple lanes deep. This is as long as they've held it so far. And now Zach Todriff is in trouble. He'll fade back a bit more. The 84 of Anthony Trippi is in fact in this race. Bit of a miscalculation there. He did not show up immediately, then got in at the last second. Trippi going on his own in that Looney Tunes number 84. He's got many right beside him. They're 3 wide for that 3rd spot, and now they are not. River Page holds his head up high and keeps on driving. It's going to be Jacob Wilkerson down low in first. Now Zach Todriff, who's a lap machine, leads the pack, but not the field, down to lap number 21. This is actually, as a matter of fact, the longest run we've had on the green so far, and hopefully we keep it that way. But at the looks of it, these guys will still race with their hearts on their sleeves. Is, of course, great passionate driving with no consequences. Stuff like that will happen. A hilariously close call for every driver. I'm sure they were worried about that one, but River Page, he makes it a joke and keeps it on the back of the pack. Great job for River Page. Shows them he's the boss of his own machinery. He'll still be able to laugh about that one later. It might be a joke in the long term. Certainly not what you want to see in the short term. At the end of the night, he might not finish 11th, but he certainly will have a chance, a better chance, because of that save. Phenomenal job for River Page to hold it tough there as Jacob Wilkerson hangs tough and hangs up in front, winning the lap through at a 60. Jacob Wilkerson has been on a tear. Justin Maughn's up high though, and now this is where it comes into a bit of a disadvantage, having your lap down teammate right in front of you. They will take up a slot in the draft. Aerodynamically, these drivers do eventually end up balancing out, which means that with that number 54 up in front, he is assuming the position of the leader in the pack. The 49, Justin Maughan, will assume the position of leading his outside line, and with that being said, he will be the overall leader by that technicality. While Zach Todriff does now lead the way once again, that outside line forms some momentum with Kenny Reel. It could disastrous. Take a look at that. Kenny Reel goes right up high. Once again, it's going to be that number 11 machine going strong. Now Keegan Doherty down the inside line, gets that spot right back. Jacob Wilkerson now has Dustin Pickle right behind him. A lap machine is coming up. It's Gavin Austin. What will Gavin Austin do? He'll let him go right by quite easily. Shades of Joey Stone. However, last year did not get up to Joey Stone. He caused a wreck right before he got lapped. He got a bit lucky that time around. Now, it's going to be all that skill for Gavin Austin to get right back up. A 4-car breakaway separating themselves from the rest of this field. And it is guys in the PR camp in the top 5. Going back to Jason Beckman. Right now, it is the number 43 machine Wilkerson leading. Then he's got Dustin Pickle behind him. Then it's going to be Jason Beckman right with them. And of course, Zach Todgeff, the ringleader, 24 laps in, bringing them lap after lap with another near save. It's a near miss, and it's going to take him out. A big hit, a big slide, and a big wreck as the yellow flag follows once again. A barrel roll for Dustin Pickle, and we are now under yellow for the 5th time tonight. Instant replay. Let's get it. Let's find out just what happened. And this one, it's a big one and a bad one. Dustin Pickle up high. He was having a good run, then got himself a bit sloppy, got on the apron, and it was a tap from Jason Beckman that got him there. Then he works his way right up the track. 21 gets it with the number 40, Keegan Doherty, Kenny Reel there as well. 78, Joe Reinhart, Connor Asbell. It's almost a flat hit on the driver's side of that car as Dustin Pickle takes a nasty barrel roll up and down multiple times over and comes to rest right by the backstretch camera. Hit for that number 21. You're under yellow for the 5th time already. Bad news. That's the 21 wrecks again, and Pickle now down in 16th with a motor blowing. I'm not quite sure he's going to be able to make it to pit road here. That is bad news. He's got the engine smoking from the rear, and it's going to be very lucky if that number 21 makes it home to pit road. And if he does, he'll be good to go all the way. But if not, he will have to spend some time on pit road towing. That will send him multiple laps down like James Hartley is. Hartley is 18th right now. Only one retiree in Ethan Workman. Grab walking. Pickle will go 1 lap down. Beckman wrecks. Jason Beckman hits the wall under yellow, and he will find himself in the wall once again, but this time it is during the caution flag. Oh my. Just like that, Jason Beckman down to pit road. Looks like once again we'll have to take a brief interruption on FTN, same as we did beforehand. We'll be right back under yellow. It seems like iRacing not having fun with us today. Unfortunately, just has not been our way thus far. Under yellow, you won't miss a thing. If you've been with us all night long, you know, we come right back swinging, and you won't miss a thing. So we'll be right back. No worries here on FTN as we return 26 laps in, almost halfway, and we get right back at it with the drivers of the FORL Cup Series still contending for this victory. It has been dicey up in front all night long. Another big wreck leads us down to yellow, and at least this time around, the problems happen under caution. So we'll be good to go. We won't miss a thing, and I can assure you we'll be back just before the halfway mark. Thank y'all for stopping by. Once again, apologies for the interruptions. We are working on it behind the scenes as we speak. Simply seems like Daytona giving us a bit of trouble with these next gens. Stick around. We will be right back in our sessions. We going right back in as we. Great to have you aboard on FTN. We will return in just a moment's notice. 26 laps in out of 60. Going back to the second duel here in the BMAN Design Duels. Thank y'all for your support so far as we return for our brief interruption. Yellow flag, and we'll be back in a moment. bit earlier than we expected. You did not miss a thing, as we said. Great to have y'all back. The green flag will fly once again, and we are back from our brief break under yellow. 27 laps through, only 1 lap missed, and we're back underway with the number 1 machine out in front. Right there with them, going to be Kalhoff in tow. Let's go green once again, led by Prestige. And a big start for Xander Prestige this time around, 28 laps in, and just as we come back, the complexion of this race has changed once again. Now it's going to be Xander Prestige leading the way with Henry Kalhoff there in second and Daniel Krim in third. Jason Beckman's going to be in the 4th spot with Joe Reinhardt in the 7th spot. They're going up and down and around. Kalhoff finds himself in the lead as Jason Beckman goes right down low. Aggression, aggression, aggression. Nobody shying away from a move for that top spot. And every driver knows that they want that lead. Doesn't matter how they can take it, when they can take it. They want it, and they want it now. And it looks like the number 14 machine of Jason Beckman takes himself to the front once again. He's got James Bowmar up high this time through, and 29 laps in, coming closer and closer to the halfway marker. Now it's time to get going with some green flag running for Driving Designs. James Bowmar representing his paint scheme very well. A beautiful black and blue machine up in front. Zach Todger now back on the lead lap. He finds himself in second, and he'll keep himself right behind the Bowmar machine, who is in first. Anthony Trippi going to be in third, and Jason Beckman is in fourth. Jacob Wilkerson's fifth. River Page now in sixth. And looking at the momentum for the number 24 machine, River Page, all signs point to him up this pace. That number 24 machine has always been consistent in this league, and that's of course when he's able to race. He's back after a long time gone. Charlotte is the last race. It was a suspension then, but it looks like the admin team reviewed what happened. It was not his doing, and he's returned to the full-time scene, looking to get it done and become a contender once again. FORL coming bigger and better side by side. Going to be Bowmar up top, then Zach Todger low. Jacob Wilkerson keeps himself in check with Jason Beckman as they go side by side again. Halfway mark, we have reached it. Now it's time to get going down to the nitty and gritty. Make it 30 laps to go this time by, and the checker flag now within touching distance. They're gonna have to log some laps if they want to make it there before the sun sets. I don't even think it'll be possible at this rate, as it's now 30 laps remaining. Take a look at that. 30 to go here on FTN. The second of the BMAN Design Duels tonight has been exciting, that's to say the least. River Page in second knows that he's been one of the big entertainers at the 3-1 once again. Justin Mullins going to be there with Keegan Doherty, and it looks like Gavin Austin is in the mix as well. Going to be Anthony Trippi alongside the number 84. He was with that 14. Now there'll be 2 quite a few rows deep. Gavin Austin with Keegan Doherty, Justin Mullins with Dustin Pickle, and Justin and Dustin right there with each other. Now Dustin Pickle, who qualified on the pole position to begin tonight, has been running well, but he has not been up there for the taking just yet. His teammate Andrew Cootie was a very intense driver. When we saw that first duel come to about this point, he was making a risky move for that win. He knew track position meant everything. 2 cars around. Gonna be a multi-car incident. Gonna be Zach Todger down around with River Page. Page now down low. The yellow flag falls with another bigger incident. Fading into the night. We see another huge wreck. Yellow flag falls with 29 laps to go. A huge one. Joe Reinhardt getting through, but Jason Beckman does not. Let's find out just what happened. Instant replay on the matter here, and that number 14 of Beckman up high. Got the 84 right there with them. Looks like it's the first incident that comes through first. Of course, then it was the number 11 of Kenny Rue getting picked off by Beckman. River Page hits Keegan Doherty. Daniel Krim hits Reinhardt, and they all go round once again. Less than a 30-lap dash from this point onward. Yet another yellow flag. Gavin Austin, the man who leads the way, is of course out in front in the tracker number 44. Tracking down a victory would be amazing for his cause. That number 44 knows that there is a shot. However, he's just got to keep it up in front consistently. Could be a shot in the dark for now. Always an opportunity. 28 laps remaining here in Daytona. That number 44 now is Justin Mons right behind him. James Beaumar's in third with Dustin Pickle in fourth. They'll reorganize, regroup, and stack once again. Only one retiree even still. These drivers want to go to the checkered flag. They will keep themselves in their back pockets. Force, aggression, always welcome with no faster pairs. That number 21 machine knows that for certain. With that being said, Pickle going to be right down low, one lap to green. This time through for Gavin Austin up in front in the Dodge Mopar. Number 44. Good to perhaps get this win. Could be an underdog one as he comes down to pit road. The majority of the field comes to right with them, and pit road sees the race once again. Now pit road is occupied, and the number 44 is indeed in. Very few drivers at full pace right now. Let's get a look at your pit road exit camera. One man out, going to be Keegan Doherty winning the race off pit road. Shortly thereafter, going to be Gavin Austin in second. Then right off with them, going to be James Beaumar. Then Zach Todriff, followed by him, going to be Justin Mons with Dustin Pickle coming out right before the driver, 21. It would have been the number 11, but then Asbel is going to be right after. Jacob Wilkerson rounds at the top 10 as the number 14 of Beckman comes in, himself barely on the lead lap. It is the number 78. It is the Silver Bullet Force Light number 40 of Joe Reinhardt that leads the way in the BMAN Design Duels with 27 laps remaining. He finds himself alone right now, 14 seconds ahead of the rest of this field. In the cards to get this one done, looking much more solid. Expect Reinhardt, despite all the big incidents he's been involved in, now finds himself up in front by 21 seconds, but that's not right because Gavin Austin right now in first. Reinhardt looks to be in a bit of a problematic scoring situation. He's now limping and slowing down in front of the field. The field has not gotten through 3 and 4. Joe Reinhardt is in turn 1. They're still under yellow. 25 laps to go to finish this one off. It's been a bit longer than we expected here tonight, but Joe Reinhardt the way by a technicality. See Gavin Austin and James Beaumar come through first and second for this restart. Let's go right back at it once again. The number 44 leads the way. James Beaumar right there in tow. The green flag will drop this time through to make it 25 laps to go. The final half dash is underway, and it is restart number 6. And Joe Reinhardt inexplicably on his way, still out in front. It is James Beaumar leading the way of the pack so far. And with 26 to go, the pack is thinning out. Now Dylan Post retires, make it 17 drivers on the track. And the number 20 machine for Duran Designs now coming right by Reinhardt. They will pass him and pass him with ease. Zach Todriff on his back bumper, 2 PR drivers there in first and second respectively, and they will keep the field in check. Now coming down to the final few laps, you just on going. No room to lose momentum, even though we've seen it happen countless times already. It simply happens too often. River Page going to force Dustin Pickle a bit up high, but double foul most of the field is. With 25 laps remaining, the B-Man Design Duels will all come down to this. It looks like this ain't over yet. The 54 of Todriff, he works his way up high. James Beaumar going to be in second with Kenny Reel in third. Daniel Krim is there in fourth, and Krim in a good position once again. They will be dicing it up. Now Gavin Austin mixes it up 3 once more. They're real close to touching, and it looks like they just might, but they'll save it. Gavin Austin now side by side with River Page. They're going to be once again row by row, side by side. James Beaumar leads them down one more time through. It's for Duran Designs, that number 020 machine working down the alleyway to make it 24. Double foul and rows deep. We've got a total of now 15 drivers in the main pack, it appears, going down to guys like James Hartley as technicalities with draft. Jason Beckman's in 13th, and Rick Kaloff is in 14th. Justin Mons, the final man in your top dozen, 24 laps remain. Zach Todger there in the first spot with Daniel Krim in second, Gavin Austin in third, and then James Bowler in fourth. Wreck, it could be. They're stalled out and they're stagnating, but Anthony Trippi gets absolutely sent out of bounds. The 84 goes spinning, but it looks like everyone else comes out of it in one piece. Hartley's still going, so is Kaloff, so is Beckman, and it looks like so is Xander Prestige. River Page stays in 8th despite that incident, and now the field is thinned out even further, but Bomar spins, and another driver in the background does as well. A huge hit for the driver of Justin Mons. Mons gets really bent up, and the 49 all out of shape with 23 laps to go out of frame. 23 laps remaining, and if they don't call the yellow flag, this might be the run that ends it all. 3 drivers up in front. It is not going to be the run that ends it all. The yellow flag is called. And this wreck just kept on going. Let's try to get a read on what happened. Let's go back 30 seconds. Justin Mons, we might need to go 30 seconds further. He goes down to the inside line, destroys that part of the infield fencing down a pit road. Another hit with Anthony Trippi. Trippi down on the grass after contact with River Page. Kept it going. Page is still going as well. Just like that, multiple drivers going around at once brings out a yellow flag with 23 remaining. This race has been nothing short of exciting and intense. Maybe a bit more aggressive than even the first duel was. What about that? That says an awful lot. Now down on pit road, a destroyed Justin Mond. Page has some damage as well. Anthony Trippi back on his way as Daniel Krim almost had the run of a lifetime. The entirety of the field disappearing from his view. Imagine if we went all the way. That would have been perfection. The man of that number is 71, but it was all for naught. And back to the green flag in a few laps' time. Could have been a miracle for the number 71. Ends up in reality. Grounded back in that realism. It's the 71 leading Gavin Austin and then Zach Todger to round out your podium. Up and down throughout the field. Top 5 guys are now including Kenny Real in 4th and Jacob Wilkerson in 5th. Drivers are those that have stayed the longest to keep on battling back throughout all the action and adversity. Now they've got the best chance to make it home as winners. It is Gavin Austin now in second once again. Daniel Krim for the first time is a leader, and he'll have to face the pressure straight up. With 22 to go, the BMAN Design Duels all come down to this. This will be it. Do or die on this run. Of course, yellow flags might come out once again. Very few laps remain between these drivers and the ending of our qualifying tour here before Daytona. The 250-mile main event awaits us. You're seeing 300 miles of racing here tonight, spread across 2 different races. Krim going to be first, and a Real is second now, and Jacob Wilkerson is in third as they will come down to the choose cone once again to decide their line and potentially decide their fate as drivers here in the high banks. Looking back down on pit road is River Page on his lonesome with Justin Mons there, so not good. Both drivers struggling at the moment. Daniel Krim in the number 71, though, looking good to go all the way. 21 laps to go. He hopes to be here to stay as he goes down to the inside. Kenny Real chooses high. Wilkerson's in trouble, and he will spin and almost hit one driver, gets another. A spin under yellow, and Wilkerson taps the number 5 with James Hartley. And another incident, and it happens with the caution period. How about that? We'll keep it going. Wilkerson does make minor contact, but they should be able to keep on racing. What a of damage that could have been if the number 71 was caught in, of course, far away. But I think it would have been a bigger piece of damage for the driver at number 36. Kalhoff, who's now in the 63 tonight, finds himself still up in front, barely able to make it out. Nice and smooth move for that number 63. That's exactly what you got to do in that situation now. With 21 laps to go, make it 20 this time by. We'll crank it up with the best camera providers on iRacing. As always, live on FTN. Let's get this one going uninterrupted. Crank it up, courtesy of TrackCams22.com. Track cams for gourmets. Visit the link in the description below as the best cameras on iRacing give you the sights and sounds of Daytona in panic. Well, let's get back at it this time by. The green flag will fall once more as we have 20 laps to go as we crank it up. Brought to you by TrackCams22.com. Yellow flag out. We will not have to crank it up this time by big wreck. Everyone's involved. And just like that, we fall under yellow. Once again, instant replay. We couldn't get past the half lap that time by. And now we are under yellow. Crank it up. Postpone for one more try. Let's take a look at what just happened. Just before it all began, the number 84 Anthony Trippi takes a pile push line down to the restart zone, then goes down to the apron, and it looks like he does not come up. However, it's going to be Hodges there with Prestige, gets into Asbel, gets into Joe Reinhardt, then Justin Pickle and Justin Mullins. Everyone involved once again. Driver upon driver. It gets hard to explain past a certain point. I think we've reached it. Daniel Krim leads another pack-taking wreck. James Hartley retires on that note in the number 5 machine. Now Zach Todriff limping. Daniel Krim leading. Another driver fades to the back of the field. That looks to be Reinhardt, who's parked on the apron there. Not quite sure what the game plan is for him. Does he get back out on the track? Is he going to park it there the rest of the race? Not a question that's been answered yet, but it looks like he'll park it on pit road as Daniel Krim leads the way. This race has no end in its chaos. The driver of the number 71, Daniel Krim, once again, is Kenny Reel in second, and then Henry Kalhoff in third. Your podium has shifted once more. Different faces, same places. Now we'll get ready to do battle once again. This, I believe, wreck number 7, yellow number 7 that is. Find ourselves under the caution flag once more. The first lap of the second duel, we've seen many yellow flags. We just saw another. As they come through this time by, it will be closer and closer to the checkered flag. Now, I believe 1 to green will be this time around. They'll shorten the yellow just a bit to keep us going. As Joe Reinhardt down on pit road. Zach Todriff joined him. Dustin Pickle pushing Gavin Austin. It looks like Austin doesn't have a motor here. Both drivers working together to try to get back with the front of the field. Shades of cars, Trip Weathers, and Lightning McQueen. And right now trying to put a spark in that number 44. Looks like it's working. Might be able to clutch it and put it down into pit road. Teamwork here between drivers who are not on a team. And despite all the action, resilience between all these drivers, it is still at a high. Austin should be good to go. He'll clutch it from here on out. One last tap. Gavin Austin just disconnected. So I'm not quite sure what that was. It looks like he was due to go down to pit road. And it looks like he just got ejected from the session. So with that being said, Gavin Austin, I thought he'd make it down, is another retiree. They're down to a total of 12 drivers. Lap only 15 drivers on the track. This has been the big attrition race. Duel number 1 now looks like a clean race compared to this one. What a night it has been. 18 laps to go. And the BMAN Design Duels were neat. They're finished. Stick around for this one. Not over. 71 out in front. Kenny Reel in second. Henry Kalhoff in third. And then Anthony Trippi is in fourth. Beckman's fifth. Jacob Wilkerson in sixth. And Dana Prestigious seventh. Looks like they're all going up and down the ladder once again. 1 lap to green. Next time by, we'll head back to green with 16 laps to go. Trying to get in or crank it up. If we don't get it that time by, we will just forget about it and go on to the next race on Friday night, which will be the Clash. For our fans of the Highline Racing League, I'm sure there are some of you out there in the broadcast room tonight. We will not have a race from them this week. Championship finale has been pushed back so as to make sure James McKee makes the race, as he is your leading championship contender. He would have missed the race if not in attendance tomorrow, which he couldn't be, as he is moving to North Carolina. So and have the race go on without our 4 contenders. Daniel Krim out in front. Kenny Reel in second. Henry Kalhoff in third. And Anthony Trippi in fourth. Top 4 guys remain the same. Now we'll go back at it with 16 laps to go. Intense racing. We've seen it all night long. Night is about to come to a head. Only so much time left on the board. Daniel Krim first, Kenny Reel second. Now these two, it's a face-off with the choose cone. Daniel Krim has been the leader for at least 2 restarts already. Would he be the leader to hold on to the end? Might have a shot. Kenny Real, he is hungry for his first win, even if it's a duel as a driver in this league. One driver going to go around, that's Trippy, and he's going to spin it, get back going, and it looks like he'll get back on his way. Just fading to the back of the field does not make the true duel work in his favor. Only drop to the back of the pack and go just like that. 17 laps to go. This time by, it will be 16. Go back green. Daniel Krim leads the remainder of the pack. 44 laps in out of 60. And go ahead back at it once again. Don't count any of these drivers out. They are still in it to win it. Even guys like Joe Reinhardt and River Page, 2 and 1 lap down respectively. They get back on that lead lap. Always still an opportunity. Coming through 3 and 4 this time by, once again, the best cameras on iRacing, bringing you this presentation. Track cams for Gormans and TrackCams22.com, playing the best of the best here on iRacing. We'll be right back after your Crank It Up gets underway for its final attempt. Can't get it through this time, we'll go uninterrupted regardless. Let's get right back at it with the best noise on iRacing. The next gens booming through Daytona, brought to you by TrackCams22.com. Let's crank it up. And a big record points for Henry Caloff as we finish off our Crank It Up. That could have been a yellow flag. Justin Pickle down around. 14 laps to go, and that takes us right out of it. Greg Caloff, well, Henry Caloff here is going to be able to make it right through, and the 63 gets back on the move. How about that avoidance? Is Dustin Pickle involved? Egan Doherty there as well. They'll keep on driving, however, as James Bomar leads the way with 14 laps to go to make it 13. No, he gets turned. Leader turned and wrecked. Once again, another driver goes around. It's the hood that pops off. The front bumper comes with it. And 13 remain, and your leader just got dumped. Kenny Real now leads the way. He knows how these guys treat the leaders. He wants to break away, build the gap. He's going to try to do all of that and come around once again. 11 to 3. Kenny Real keeps it going, and he's going to try get another good run. Side by side, multiple rows deep. Now Jacob Wilkerson takes the lead. James Bomar has just retired from this event. It will be now only a total of 11 drivers on the lead lap if Connor Asbell goes down this lap, which he's expected to. Down on pace and down to pit road. Motors blown for him. Wilkerson comes around this time by. It's the 43 leading with the 84 there. And now the pack has thinned out. This should be the run to the checker. And last time we went right to the checkered flag, it was a 2-lap dash with all the drivers bar one who were in duel number 1. Now it's the final few that have outlasted the rest. and they are the best. Jacob Wilkerson, first spot right now. Anthony Trippian second, getting pushed hard by River Page. And Page, while he is a lap machine, is going with all he's got right now. He got himself in a good spot, that's for certain. Daniel Krim going to be in third, Justin Mons in fourth, Stand-Up Prestige is in fifth, and Kenny Reel is in the sixth. Top five guys remain the same. Henry Kaloff going to be now in seventh. Look at this run. High side dreaming. It looks like just as they come to the end, they will in fact log some laps. 12 laps to go, make it 11 this time by. It's Jacob Wilkerson leading and Anthony Trippi trying to be the one who beats them at the stripe. Now, strategy has not been a big factor in this race all night long. That is apparent. We've seen many of these runs go very short, seen many runs go very small distances, like 5-6 laps at the very most. But now, we might have one go all the way to the end with more than 15 drivers still racing, and it looks like fewer than 10 drivers in this main pack. Very, very close calling. Go the checkered flag. As a matter of fact, only 6 drivers are within 1 second of the leader. The next man back is 10 seconds behind the driver in 6th. That gap is incredibly large, and it means that these guys are the ones that will fight to the end. They don't want to risk their opportunity at an all but guaranteed top 10 start in this race. Zach Todriff now fighting with Kaloff. Kenny Reel right now is in 6th. Kenny Reel in the 6th spot in this race is guaranteed to start 2nd, but rather he will be starting in 12th, second outside the top 10 when we get to our main event next Wednesday. This qualifier has implications for next week. The point race is not changed by where these drivers finish today. They could get a good starting spot and finish poorly, lose many points and lose many spots in the standings, or they could start poorly and their way up. We've seen some come from behind stories recently on iRacing. The McConey setup shop, 880,000 yards of bricks, came down to a driver who's the last man to qualify in the last chance qualifier, making it in, last man on the grid in the main event, won the race, and won it in dominating fashion. Qualifying at fast track sometimes is not indicative of overall performance. Looks can be deceiving, and sometimes even speed can be deceiving. Got to be an all-around driver to make things happen. At tracks like Daytona, there is a different skill set to it, but it's a very big skill set nonetheless. It's all about racing discipline in the super speedways. Right now, drivers like Wilkerson and Trippi have shown us. And what seemed to be a long, arduous turn of events until the checkered flag has become a final run with very few drivers in this bunch. With almost a certainty these guys will go all the way to the checkered. It's such a small group, it's almost impossible to even go double file now. That being said, all about keeping it going. Your laps, log your laps, get your good pace in, and Xander Prestige goes down low trying to start slinging with River Page. It looks like he can, but they're all going to go by the number 21 to Dustin Pickle regardless. Pickle not in on the best spot to defend his teammate. River Page wrecks, 2 lap machines go around. No big trouble for the leaders. I don't believe the yellow flag will fly. It does. Lappers cause the yellow, and we will have a 5-lap dash to decide this one at the very most. Boy, oh boy, the lappers decide it all, and we have 2 of which wrecking each other. 8 laps to go. Let's take a look at what just happened. River Page hot on the heels of Pickle, and they came together, that's for certain. Dustin Pickle, right there in the number 21 machine, just gets walled by Page, and they go down for the count. That's the wreck in its entirety. That brings us down to another yellow flag. How about that? We'll bring back the live feed in just a moment. I can't believe what we have seen all night long. It looks like the chaos remains in play here at Daytona as we return back to your live feed on FTN. Drivers still going strong. One driver is Dustin Pickle down on pit road. Jacob Wilkerson the way. Take a look on the onboard. That number 43 holding on as well as he possibly can. The stakes, they are high. Opportunities are major. Pole position could be his at the end of the night. He just has to hold on for 4 laps. Anthony Trippi right there with him in a very similar spot with very similar predicaments. Wants to come home as a winner in his own right, and he could. He just gets by the man in that number 43. The leader, Wilkerson, has held them at bay for quite some time now. It's all gotten reset. once again, and it seems like there is no telling when we will find that final run. Just when we thought it would be a certainty would go out on that note, find yet another run to go off of. Phenomenal fan support all night long. It's been great to have you through and through. Now, I'd love to hear from all the viewers. Who do you think will come home as the winner of this race? Will it be Wilkerson, Trippy, Mont? Some we haven't mentioned. Be sure to let us know in the chat room that is live right now. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Jacob Wilkerson leads the way, and he's got a good shot to come home on his own. It looks like a 4-lap shootout, as they will have the yellow flag go a bit longer just to compensate for all the drivers with damage. River Page, 1 lap down, looking to get it back up in front. He's a rookie in the FTF Bar Visuals Cup Series, which is seen on the front end of that number 24. Gets close to the wall there, tries to give the camera a bit of a kiss, and he gets back on his way. Shaking up and down. River Page trying to keep that car stable. Has had some trouble with it all night long, but now could the time come out on top. He could be able to get by this time through. Slowly but surely gets around. Looks like they will stop him. Cause of the yellow does not get a lap back. And just like that, Page stays outside of the lap. Now 12 drivers remain on the lead lap, with James Bomar, the last man of which is going to the 0-20. And he finds himself in the 12th spot. That guarantees a top 25 start no matter what. And every driver here guaranteed to start in the Daytona 250. Now it's all about the big award. Is that pole position. You've got to earn it here in FORL, and earning it has been the way these drivers have gone about it. The Wilkerson machine has been fast, and it has been consistent. It has all the elements of a winning driver in one. And for Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse, he's looking to burn down his tire at 5 laps time, come home as the winner in Duel 2, make his way on to the front row. Your front row interviews will come shortly after this. Andrew Cootie in the hot seat shortly after this run. We'll make sure he's still ready to get an interview. Five laps to go. Jacob Wilkerson joined that coveted front row and find himself leading the field alongside Andrew Cootie. The Daytona 250 begins just days time. It will be about 6 days to be exact until it all comes to a head at Daytona International Speedway, and the number 43 Wilkerson has the chance of a lifetime to come home on top. Find himself right there alongside the number 9 and have a shot at the victory unparalleled. That track position, it is major. A big advantage that every driver would love to have. Now that number 43 has a chance to get it before anyone else get back to him. It's going to be a brief dash, a 4-lap dash, and we get to the white flag. The race is official. So if you get to that white and you wreck, it is over and there's nothing more you can do. Xander Prestige right now in the 2nd spot. A brand new look for the man in that number 18 on timing and scoring. Is the number 1 for the remainder of the season. We will get that sorted out with all our drivers coming in for the first time and coming in with a new look. Prestige 1-3 Simware, one of which, and looking to put some prestige on his name. Get this victory, a prestigious victory indeed it is. The Daytona 250, the hallmark event of the FORL Cup Series. And to start Season 3 off right, you'd love to win one of these duels. Now, Jacob Wilkerson gets back at it again. Let's go racing, led by that number 43. It's going to be Wilkerson out in front, right there with him, Xander Prestige. It's going to be a 4-lap dash. Let's get right back at it once again. This could be it. The final run to the checkers is here and now at Daytona. And slipping and sliding already, we're going to see a wreck. We will almost go to overtime just like that. Yes, we will. And it was expected. Yellow flags out, and we will go to overtime to finish this event. 30-second replay. Let's find out just what happened. This duel will go over 60 laps unless the admin specifically circumvent the system and shortly flag. Now let's take a further analysis of the situation and see what's in the wrong. Zach Toggett got caught up big. Looks like Trippy did not go, and he got to Justin Mullins. Then Caloff gets into Zach Todger, And a chain of events takes many drivers out once again. 4 laps to go, and this duel has no end. Jacob Wilkerson finds himself out in front once more. As we send it back to the live feed, the 43 has to fend them off once again. Jack Charger back in the move. He's in 13th right now as the number 43 comes back down to the start-finish line to get back to the pace car. And the number 43 making it through the main event coming real soon. Wednesday night, 9 o'clock once again, but it's going to be a 250-mile race in one. We've seen 2 150-mile races tonight. We have seen some long, hard-fought racing all night long. It all comes to a head with overtime in the line. The number 43 of Wilkerson there in first. Xander Prestige going to be in second. Then Daniel in third. Kenny Rio, position number 4, reeling him in. Anthony Trippi there in 5th, finds himself on a good run for the Looney Tunes machine. Can he come home? Wild victory is in the cards. 3 laps to go this time by, and the call from the admins, it looks like will not be to shorten the yellow this time by, and it will most likely be an official green, white, checkered attempt. And according to timing and scoring, that it is. The yellow flag will keep on waving. Looks like we will have at least a 61st lap, and that will be a 1-lap extension. And this will be your first official overtime attempt. We saw 1 green-white checkered attempt last duel. That was, of course, the first one, but the overtime rules are a bit different. Let's get through them as always. We have a lot to say. Try to make sure every viewer understands the situation at hand. Lap number 60 is no longer your final lap of the race. It's the green lap in the green, white, checkered procedure. 2 laps to go. At that point, if we see a yellow flag fly at any point during that lap, we'll restack them, re-rack them, and use another overtime attempt. I believe are unlimited in this league as to how many attempts we have. Now, we have a yellow flag. At that point, re-rack them, but if we get to the white flag, checkers or wreckers. If the yellow flag comes down on the last lap, the race is over. Timing and scoring will recollect who is the winner, and the admins might meddle in if it's incorrect, but it most likely will not be. Because most likely we'll run to the checkered flag on that white no matter who wrecks. It's attrition all the way to the end. 12 drivers, back to Joe Reinhardt, are on the lead lap. Let's get to it. Once again, Wilkerson going to be up high, Xander Prestige down low as they down to the lead lap known. The start-finish line, the lappers all contending, so few and yet so many. This, the drive for the front row, pole position claimed by Cootie. And then it will be the number 43, 18, or anyone else gets that second spot. Let's see who gets it this time by. The BMAN Design Duels coming down the line. It's going to be a green-white check and an overtime attempt here in Daytona. Lap 61 finishes it all off as we head down to the green one more time from the high banks of Daytona Beach. And a big merge down low for Jacob Wilkerson, makes a very immediate maneuver, tries to make himself known as the best guy in this field, gets himself in a real good spot to contend once again, nice and smooth. They all keep it through. Jacob Wilkerson going to be there in the second spot. Xander Prestige going to be in second. Kenny Reels in third. Top 3 remain the same. They're touching. Will they wreck? They come up the track. They're sliding. No call just yet. Do they make it on the white flag? No, they don't. And we will have another extended overtime finish. Yellow flag flies once again, and this race is not over. And just like that, the race keeps on going. Hundreds of feet away, another wreck. Actually, we didn't even take a look back. Let's find out what that was. Daniel Krim, Anthony Trippi, River Page, all involved. Now Trippi, Krim, and the like. Let's see what caused this one. The 71 up in front here. From the front of the field on down, yet another incident, and it looks like the number 71 got himself in a bit of a bind here. Goes a bit higher, and it looks like Zach Todd was also involved in this one. Now, Krim was sliding, and it looked like they had it saved for a moment. Got back up the track, it was Krim mostly, and then Todriff, and they took each other into Doherty and the 84 of Anthony Trippi. Then it was a guy like Reinhardt caught up with River Page Machine. Just like that, we are now under yellow again, 61 laps in. And just like that, yellow flag falls. 3 laps remaining all over more. Jacob Wilkerson shot to get it done again. And River Page makes it right by to get yet another lap back. He'll be on the lead lap now with 13 drivers on that lead lap. 4 drivers taking their 3 laps. All to share for a chance at victory lane. It's been dicey all night long. This is the race that does not want to end, and it will keep on going. So there's a satisfactory conclusion. One we have not seen just yet. Wait. What comes out of it? 64 laps seem to be the estimate right now. Yellow flag is out. It looks like the pace car lights are still on. We still have a minimum of 1 more pace lap after this. They aren't out. Could it be good to finish this one off? Race has gone into overtime. 62 laps through. It's Wilkerson leading. Vander Prestige in second. Kenny Real in third. James Bomar, position number 4, finds himself just inside the top 5. And the white flag falls on this caution, so to speak. Is the pace car lights off, and we will be getting ready to go back at it once again. 3 laps to go. You will get your front row interviews immediately thereafter. This race has gone real long. Been about a lap a minute at this pace. So many yellow flags. I believe this might be the 10th one we've seen tonight. Find ourselves in overtime just like that. 3 laps, 1 shot, and it all comes down to this. As the drivers roar by to the start-finish line once again, they know everything in qualifying here and now. They've already made it into the event. They are all locked in. Every driver who started this event, made it to the green flag, is good to go. And 1 other driver will officially be scored in that spot at the admin's discretion. We don't have word on who that driver will be, but there will be 1 more from this duel. All 19 who got to the green flag to start will be in it. Now it comes down to the one who gets the checkered flag first. Overtime attempt. Number 2, Wilkerson first. Vander Prestige is in second. The pace car lets him go once again. Let's go racing once more. And the green flag will drop with 2 laps to go for the second time. We're back on the way at Daytona. And the 4-3 of Jacob Wilkerson leads the run once again, mid-pack. Let's keep an eye out on that. We don't want to see a wreck in the middle, because if we do see one here, then we will have another overtime attempt. Big wall for the Daniel Krim machine. They split at 3. Prestige goes down low, and River Page splits the gap to get to 6. Big move for the River Page machine. Nice and steady. That's exactly how I want to do it if you're the 24. Back of the field in a bit of trouble there. 3 abreast, but they will put it to the test as we come down to the white flag with nobody stopping your leader. Jacob Wilkerson with 1 lap to go makes it there, and now our final lap of racing is in session. Jacob Wilkerson, 1 shot to get this one done, and he will now make it through once more. The number 43 machine right there. He is in the first spot. 1 lap, 2.5 miles, and the 3 wide right behind him. The field spreading out. 2 drivers now in contention. Their PBR guy, Zach Todger, following as well. They're wrecking, and it's Krim down, but he is not out. He can keep on driving. 1 man comes back, and he reels. Now they're all reeling in your leaders. Zach Todger getting momentum, putting together the charge of a lifetime. He's got a big run, and he goes for it. Wilkerson blocks him. Teammates wreck, and Zach Todger coming through out of corner number 4, gets it done, and it will be Zach Todriff who finds himself on the outside pole into Daytona 250. Oh my goodness, what did we just see? Zach Todriff put his teammates in the wall for this win. What a way to do it. Instant replay. I can't believe it. There's going to be no time to burn out. The session will expire. But he'll be celebrating this one. That is for certain. Zach Todriff, outside pole sitter. And he gets it done in a style indeed. What a way to get it done. And that's exactly what you want to do if you have the ability. Todriff pushing Wilkerson out the way. He wanted that win for himself. And he took it. Just like that, the second duel comes to a conclusion. And now, looks like we've reset the session once again. This is a glitch. Andrew is the only driver apparently eligible because it was the pole sitter officially. This does not count for anything. What does count is the driver of that number 43 getting it done. Andrew right now not on the track, or is he? So just like that, as the night sky has faded, is Andrew now there on your screen, and the number 9 machine looking at his pole sitter interview. Your overall winner of this qualifying race, it was Andrew Cootie. Why not get a word with a man who got it done? Now, Andrew Cootie, it's a bit of a tight situation when it comes to the racing, but he got it done regardless. And for the man who was the fastest in the hot laps, you got it done in Duel 1 and prove what you were made of. You come home as the overall winner in qualifying, the pole sitter for the Daytona 250. How do you feel after this one?
I feel good, but I'm also not going to be able to race it, so I have someone else racing it for me. What you're watching right now is my 250 for the race next week. This is my 250, just all alone by myself, driving 3 laps. That's the 250 for me. But Jackson Carr will be driving my car next week because I will be on vacation, which is fun but sad. But yeah, I am very happy that I was able to win the duel, and I'm hoping Jackson can go and win the 250 for me. And but I'll be there for Sonoma, which will be nice. But I was chilling in the race in the Joaquin's chat, race controlling for the because Zach left, so I was just chilling. But yeah.
And able to make it happen as the pole sitter for Jackson Carr. So with that being said, what was the big key to getting this pole position? It was a very hard-fought race, a lot of attrition, a lot of yellow flags, and it seems like the strategy was all over the place. What was the big key for success winning pole?
Well, honestly, staying up front. The admins made a mistake and put unlimited fast repairs. So it was a mistake on their part, but I still used it to my advantage and just tried to stay up front. I'm starting this in 5th gear. I proceeded to make a dumb, and I drove through the grass on pit stops, and then got shuffled to the back, and I was able to drive my way back up front. And Meme said that he would work with me till off of 4, but I kind of forced him to push me afterwards, and then everyone got 4, so I was just like, okay, I'll just stay here. And yeah, so it was fun. I enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. It was pretty long, but yeah, I'll be posting some stuff on Twitter for Jackson's. He'll be driving this exact car, so it'll be nice to see. It'll be upsetting to see. It'll be upsetting to see someone else drive the car, but it'll be nice that I'm trusting him. So I've trusted him in the past, so I know how he drives, and he'll be the perfect guy to drive for me in the number 9. So
there we have it. Even though he does not make the event on his own, Andrew Cootie getting it done to make it a pole position for the number 9 machine in the Daytona 250. Now, we don't expect to see you until Sonoma, you're saying, but with that being said, any final thoughts before the season gets underway?
Yeah, just trying to get wins. I know Molina, with how he won the championship, is he just went on and won a bunch of races, and after the first 2 last year, I kind of went into a slump, and it didn't help that I was race controlling, or while I was racing. So thankfully, I won't be adminning during the race. I will just be racing. So yeah, but it'll be nice. Um, I just want to thank the boys over at CCH Motorsports and and just thank everyone that helps the team and thank you to you for broadcasting the races throughout the year and yeah, and of course, and thank you to my amazing fiance. She supports me a lot more than she probably should, but she does. So I definitely thank her a lot. I may not show it as much as I used to, but I still appreciative of her, So, but yeah, I will do some burnouts as you go to leave, and yeah, I will see y'all for Sonoma. If I do win, or if Jackson does win, I will come in here and just like fake say a bunch of stuff, even though I didn't watch the race nor race.
There we have it. Andrew Cootie won't be racing the Daytona 250, but he does find himself locked into pole position for his number 9 machine. How about that? A big win for Andrew and the 9 squad. Gotta thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Kurtz.
Avid Cootie gonna be on his way as Andrew burns down the house. Let's take it back. Your other winner. Now give us just a moment to get that right on your screen as we go from the sunset back to the night. We go back to duel number 2 and the fantastic run that we saw there, all coming down to that incredible photo finish it could have been. Of course, the number 54 machine of Zach Todger making his way to the checkered as a winner, exactly the way that he'd want to get it done. Zach Todger now a winner in the second duel. Let's get him in right now and hear what he has to say as we get it back on your screen. The number 54, a phenomenal finish for him, gets it done, and the Todd comes home a winner again, this time at FORL as the Duel 2 winner to start on the outside front row in the Daytona 250. How do you feel after this one?
Oh man, what a race. What a race. I didn't expect to win that one after everybody was wrecking and all that, and I got wrecked a couple of times. I didn't really expect to win, but then once I saw Jacob and the person behind him get together in the turn 3, I shot low, and then Trippy just gave me a good push, and the push was good enough to get the win.
And that victory is the one you'll claim. Now, teamwork up in front for PBR all night long. How did you guys strategize and working together in the second duel?
I can't give away our secrets like that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. We all just found each other, and after that, we just had a plan. Me and Jacob were going back and forth all night long about like a one-on-one battle and like a war we have, like inside joke, and I guess I won the war, so that's pretty cool. We're starting P2. Jackson Carr will be in the 9, so that's my good friend Jackson. So I'm sure me and him will strategize and figure out a plan. But it should be a fun race. Our 54 PBR machine is fast, and super speedways are my thing. Hopefully we can start off on a good note and win the Daytona 250.
And looking to kick off the season very well. Now, season 3, the biggest season FORL has in store yet. What do we expect out of the 54 camp? Will this be a full-time run?
Yeah, it's going to be a full-time run for the most part, hopefully. This season I took on a bigger role, sponsored some of the races as well with my merchandise company, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, man, I mean, last season I did part-time, want to feel it out and see how it was. So this season we're gonna go full-time and hopefully go for the title at the end. We won it last season with Max Molina, won as a team owner, but I think the team owner wants to go get a championship this season.
And looking to get it for himself, PBR and Zach Todger after a successful season as an owner, looking to get it done as a driver outside front row in the Daytona 250. Now, Zach, any final thoughts? Anyone else you'd like to thank?
I just want to thank the PBR guys, my guy Jason Middleton for spotting me, and of course you for putting on a good show. up in the broadcast booth. I was watching the whole Heat 1, doing a good job. And let's go have fun here. The Daytona 250 starting second.
Absolutely, the excitement is here for Daytona. Zach Tondreff finds himself outside the front row to begin this one here in the Daytona 250. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Avid Tondreff going to be back on his way. Let's get Cash Cope in, and it's going to be the number 57 Cash Cope. He's been requesting this one for quite some time. We've got him in right now. Cash Cope, Duel 1, quite a ways away from us now, but how do you feel after the entirety of this race?
Tired. Nah, for real, it was a pretty good race. I got 9, so I'll probably be starting 17th or 18th, but it was fun. It's fun when I wasn't getting wrecked by people and bad officiating calls, but all in all, it was a good time.
And excitement all night long for every driver here. So for your duel, what was the big thing that kept you in the race?
Well, people wrecking up front kind of helped, which kind of sucks, but I just kind of had to stay clean the entire race. I was having internet issues the entire race, blinking like crazy. Got sent to the back a few times, but just surviving all the big wrecks pretty much helped a lot.
And all the wrecking threw a wrench in the equation strategy, I'll tell you that much. Infinite fast repairs tonight, that's a bit different. You think that changed everything up? We saw, I'm certain it changed a few guys in their mindset.
Yeah, for the worse. It was. I know it was a mistake, but if you're gonna own the league, probably double check everything 3 times.
There we have it. When that being said, this is the first race of the season. We've got a lot of time to smooth things out. So Season 3, what's the big end goal for you and your operation?
Just try to win. That's all you can really ever want to. I mean, if you're not there to win, what are you there for? I mean, nobody really wants to race for second place. So, I mean, you show up to the track, you try to win. That's at least what I do. I mean, but the way some people race, they might see other than me.
And ever the competitor, Cash Cope in the number 57 machine. Any final thoughts? Anyone else you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Option Solar, Chaparrosa Roofing, Ram Motorsports, Beckman Designs, love you, Jason, Torpedo Teddy Horn Hunkers, my mom and dad, Future Motorsports, and all the people who make this possible for me to race, and then everybody on my IRL racing side. Just want to thank them.
There we have it, all about the racing. Cash Cope is, and duel number 1, staying the foundation for a solid season here in FORL. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
There we have it. What a night it was here in FORL. Andrew Cootie comes home as your winner in duel number 1, and it is the driver in that number 54 in Zach Tondreff makes it home in the second duel as the winner. Your top 2 for the front row have been decided, and we will see you next Wednesday to decide the winner overall. Friday going to be the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash. It's going to be an exciting event as well. Stick around for that. You won't want to miss it. Thank y'all for your support live on FTN. As always, I've been your host, David Kreutz. Thank y'all for your time. We'll be back with all the action on FORL whenever we're live once again on FTN. From our studios to your homes, we greatly appreciate you and your support. It's been a presentation of the FORL Cup Series and the BMAN Design Duels. Thank you once again for your time.